Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome to another game of Cities Without Numbers. As usual, this is your T-shirted historian, and I am running Cyberpunk 2077 using the Cities Without Numbers rules because, well, I like them better. And, of course, it's Kevin Crawford, so I have to keep my cult of Kevin Crawford alive. So, anyway, joined by our players today. So, when we last left our intrepid group of edge runners, you had just taken out a warehouse full of people, including a lot of maelstrom, and had been spending your downtime getting cybered up and picking up new gear and basically spending all your hard-earned eddies on things. Is there anything you guys need to tell me about what your characters are doing currently before we start?
Drinking at the usual. I guess the afterlife.
Afterlife, okay.
Well, after Odin spends all his money on getting his armor and getting a nice sword and stuff, and getting his dogs armored up, he runs himself flat broke and ends back up in the street. He's looking for the nearest, big rat to cook up and a nice place to bed down after he kicks out the guys who took over his spot.
And I'll just be doing my regular gigs, driving around, picking people up, taking them to the hospital for an exorbitant fee.
Health has moved into the sand wholesaling business. For those of you who aren't aware, sand is the sort of crack of the setting.
All right. Has anybody actually picked a base of operations or anything yet, or is everybody just kind of still scattered and?
Well,
Scattered.
yeah.
We really should pick a safe house or something just to store all of our ill-gotten gains.
Very
Well,
true.
who has any money left?
I'm flat broke. Ain't got nothing.
I've got 21 grand left.
I've got surprisingly a lot. 48,000. I mean, if people want to find us, how do they find us?
Well, usually your fixer calls Talus, who seems to have become kind of like the unofficial leader of the group.
That's the point. I'll ask our fixer. Say, we could really use like a base of operations, somewhere I can park up the ambulance, bit of storage, room for a small workshop, that sort of thing. Know anywhere that suits?
Mama Fat's first thing she'll say is, well, where are you looking to set up? Which part of town?
Somewhere relatively cheap. Nowhere that's going to draw too much attention to have a heavily armored ambulance rolling around.
Cheap and inconspicuous, or?
Yeah, shit, I don't know. Edges of the old combat zone or Dogtown. Close enough that people don't want to be there, maybe.
But you don't want to go to Dogtown.
No. So I said near there, where you can smell it without having to see it. Well, that's the point, right? That's like stealth houses.
I'm going over the map right now, but there's so many icons.
You have to turn off a lot of those icons to find places. But it's like I think we could set you up with a place in Rancho Coronado.
Reckon?
Mm-hmm. Got an old
there's
car dealership that recently got busted up.
Sounds good.
Car dealership works as a front too.
Yeah.
It's near Almuncar and Jerez.
Near where?
Almuncar and Jerez.
I'm looking at the map, trying to figure out where it is.
It's at Rancho Coronado, and go down a bit, and you'll find it. It's one of the fast travel points, near one of the fast travel points.
Is it Rancho Coronado South?
Yep.
Okay.
It's kind of adjacent to the wastelands, or the Badlands.
Yeah.
We should probably check this place out, see what kind of defenses we can set up.
All right, it's close to the new but equally abandoned stadium. All right. Okay.
Could get some personnel mines. I have enough.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds good. What's the ownership situation, Mama?
Well, since the owner vacated most of his brains all over the lot when his car smuggling operation got broken up by some edge runners last week, I'd say squatters' rights could apply to the place.
So what, we talking smashed windows, police tape, that sort of thing?
Well, you go in there, you clean it up, fix it, start paying the electricity bills and utilities. Pretty sure the city's not going to care.
How much would a building cost to actually buy? I mean, we've made significant amounts of money in the past, so...
Kiddo, you don't want to buy. This isn't a buyer's market. Just rent the place. You never know. You could move up in the world and get someplace hoity-toity, maybe near Corpo Plaza.
Don't threaten me with a good time. All right. If anyone else wants to come and check it out, I'll ping them in the group chat. Pick anyone up who needs a lift and head down there to check it out.
All right. Hop in.
I can go with you if you don't mind. It's been a while since I've been in a car, like a couple months.
It's been a while since he's bathed, too.
Don't touch anything and make sure you wipe everything down with a cleanie wipe after you're done.
Hey, I had that nice shower and bath thing that you said after the last mission.
Yeah, but
I'm okay.
this is a medical facility, all right? I can't have people catching the galloping cockroach just by lying down on one of my beds, can I?
Okay, I guess. All right.
Oh.
I got a cousin, Max, who's deals in restricted goods. anything we need to keep this place safe, I think he can hook us up with.
Right.
Well, right there at the corner of Almunkar and Jerez is one of two small little identical black buildings with a small car lot. Actually, where one of them was. One of the buildings has been destroyed. The other one is now a car lot.
Shame it didn't come with the cars.
Are there any salvageable cars left?
No, not on the lot. Anything that was there that was worth anything has been confiscated. So all that's left is the shell of the building itself, and lots of broken glass and boarded up windows, and a few places where homeless people have broken in to either piss or sleep for the night.
Are there any wrecks on the lot?
Nope.
No, he said it's cleaned out.
Yeah, no, I meant like, they're firebombed on blocks or something like that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nope. Just it was a just a car lot for selling sturdy little cars and things like that for the hardworking people in Rancho Coronado.
Does the lot have? You'll have to forgive me. I'm entirely ignorant of the world building here. Is it surrounded by a fence or bollards or anything, or do cars have sufficient security that you don't need to fence the lot off?
Oh no, it did have a fence. It was a nice looking wrought iron looking fence with grating and stuff like that. But obviously, when there's a firefight that breaks out on your car lot, your fence has got some brand new holes.
I don't know, Talos. This looks like a big fixer-upper.
Yeah, but who's going to bother with it? That's the thing.
I was hoping at least there'd be cars. We could make a maze.
Well, I can let my boys... There's a fence. I can let my boys out and run around. They'll make sure no one comes by.
Yeah, we'll have to fix up those holes in the fence somehow. Something quick and dirty.
Vagrant sitting out front with a prosthetic leg. Got some change for a war vet?
Under new management. Fuck off.
I give him 5. 5
Thanks,
Emmys.
pal.
You know anything about this place? Before it got shut down?
I mean, they sold cars, right?
Yeah, that's... Alright. Thanks anyway.
Shuffle on.
You want a job?
What? Give up all this free time and luxury?
Hey, no, it's an easy job. We just need someone to watch over the place when we're not here.
I guess.
You get to hang around, do whatever it is you do, and if anybody tries to get in, you call us.
Ain't got a phone.
We can fix that.
What's your name?
Bill?
Sorry.
Bill Gaviscon?
Alright, Bill. Just putting him down in my friends and acquaintances.
Right, Bill, we can get you a phone. You got a roof to sleep under?
Well, I mean, if you're fixing the place up, I guess I will.
Right. We'll get you a phone. You don't need to stop anyone getting in because I don't think you're capable of that. You just need to tell us and we'll come and fuck them up. You get paid, let's see, 50 a week for it.
Sounds awesome.
50 a week. All you got to do is chill out, phone us if anyone tries to come in. Got a deal?
Deal.
Right. And don't bring anyone in yourself, okay?
Oh, well.
You do it somewhere else.
My black book is so full of numbers these days, but I'll try to, keep the party lines clear for you, Chief. Anyway, I'm gonna go get a hot dog. See you later.
All right. Meet you back here later where I get your phone, yeah?
Yeah. Can I leave my stuff here?
Yeah, sure.
Shuffle off, leaving a shopping cart full of goods, mostly like plastic weather gear and sleeping bags and stuff.
Well, sorry.
Go on.
I was going to tell Talos that I'm going to walk the fence with the dogs and see if there's anything that they spot out that could be a problem.
Can you count up the number of holes in the fence while you're out there?
Yep, I can record it.
There's just two big ones where the bars have been kind of like disrupted because obviously like grenades or something must have gone off or a vehicle must have impacted on it.
Are the actual gates to the compound intact?
No.
No?
It didn't. You'd have to fix the gate. There's also if you look on the map, you can see there's also a huge neighborhood that's right back there near the lot. So plenty of foot traffic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go online, buy a couple of shitty beta cars. Not planning on spending anything more than like 500 eddies on them. Have them brought over and use them to plug the holes in the fence. Then remove the tires, siphon out the fuel, and just leave them there to kind of plug the gaps, at least temporarily.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe
Rancho
burn them out.
Rancho Coronado, for people who don't know, it's kind of like a self-sufficient little town within Night City. Corporations who own the Arroyo factories planned and advertised it as a place for their workers to live out the real American dream. Rancho Coronado consists almost solely of identical houses, reminiscent of the ones seen in mid-20th century American suburbs. The district has its own bars, shopping, school, park, restaurants, and a metro station. And security is unfortunately overseen by the 6th Street gang, since the NCPD is spread too thin to maintain overwatch on the suburbs. Residents of Rancho Coronado are primarily mid- and high-ranking factory workers and some corpos who are tired of Night City's lights and noise. Most of the people here work in Arroyo and don't need to leave Santo Domingo for their entire lives. But despite its utopian concept, the neglect and disrepair can be clearly seen.
Yeah, used to be a Beaverville, as in Leave It to Beaver.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of 6th Street, I'll ask Mama to make approaches, offering, free ambulance services and maybe walk-in clinic in exchange for them not dicking us over and making sure they provide us some security.
They'll cut you a break on protection payments.
Mm-hmm. Have to see how that pans out.
Yeah.
Then I guess set about cleaning the place up, mopping out the homeless people detritus. Get some replacement shutters for the broken windows. What's that going to cost me?
Call it about a 20,000 eddy project altogether.
Okay.
Get the whole place up and fixed up.
Clean and secure, and watertight, but nothing fancy.
Uh-huh.
I can pitch in 10 for that.
That's all right. I'll cover it.
All right.
Okay, Mike. I should say Jugger. Your cousin sent over a crate of goodies. It was dropped off by a courier for you to fix up the place with.
All right. What do we got?
Yeah. Pop it open. There's spools of razor wire. There are there are several what is it? Optical landmines, courtesy of Militech, and several security cameras.
Yoshi, you know a good place for these cameras?
Yeah. Should be.
I'll pass them off to you. For the mines, I'm thinking. All right, I'm just gonna put the mines disarmed on the table. Where are we thinking for these? Because I don't want anybody tripping.
How many mines are there in total?
12.
Are these personnel or vehicle?
They'll damage either one of them pretty good.
All right.
We're gonna need to make sure our security guard doesn't set these up.
That's why I figured we better have a discussion about this.
Do they have a pressure switch on them you can set to exclude something as light as people?
They don't have pressure switches. These are optical mines, so basically when you set them, they've got like little laser targeting type things where if you break the beam, they can go off, or if you step on them, they can go off.
So is it kind of like a claymore? With a laser?
Basically, yeah, they're like small claymores. I mean, but except that claymores you detonate on your own unless you set them up for tripwire.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the tripwire, but a laser instead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's the case, then you could set them up along the fence, anywhere except for the gate, so that there's one access in, and then everywhere else will, trip one if someone breaks the gate, breaks the fence.
Put them, just out of reach of actually damaging the fence.
Yeah.
If you check over on page 57 for the heavy weapons, yeah, you could consider them to be anti-vehicle landmines. 12.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I asked.
Yeah, they're the big boys.
Because the only problem, if people who aren't with ill intent are gonna come through the gate if there is a way to get through the gate. So as long as we just line the perimeter fence with them.
Yeah, and they can be remotely turned off from inside. Assuming Yoshi doesn't blow his hacking check.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow that hacking check.
Well, I could put them on my slave rig for my drones.
To just drop them?
No, I'm saying put them in so I have the neural circuit slave rig for drones, where I can command drones, through it. I said I could put all the command detonators for all of them on that.
Is that what you really want to do instead of having a dedicated system that's already hardlined there at the base?
That's what I'm asking them.
Yeah, I think building it. We do need what do you call the Netrunner chair? The rig that they get. I I figured we'd set something like a monitor room for all the mines and cameras.
How big are these things?
Gosh, how big are they? Probably, like no bigger than I guess like a takeout box of Vindaloo.
Okay, so in provided we didn't, I presume the yard is the lot is concreted over, right?
It is.
So it's not like you can bury them, and even if you could, you wouldn't want to if they're tripped by beams, so you can't obscure their line of vision.
Right.
But they're small enough to be hidden in detritus, right?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay.
You can just mount them on the fence itself. Mount them on the poles of the fence.
Passers-by get taken out by the mine.
Oh no, you said it's laser tripwire.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like, just funny. I mean, the laser tripwire is like, we got one facing the wrong direction, lady and her dog.
Well, don't face them the wrong direction, obviously.
But I'm just thinking about if we reverse the situation, if we were attacking a place like this, we would be profoundly grateful to someone setting their minds up where we could see them, right?
That's what I was hoping to do with the car, like burnt out car husks. Is
Yeah,
just
that's why I
put
asked
them
about
there.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just seeing them, but being able to steal them as well. That would be really nice.
Well, you could always, tow car wrecks from around the city over onto the lot. I guess.
But you could always just leave them for now. Just put them away for now, and then
Yeah.
deal with them later.
I'm starting
Yeah.
to think that might be a better idea.
Wait till the gates and the fences are repaired and everything else. Like I said, until then, I can let the my two attack wolves patrol the place.
And as long as we're cool with 6th Street for now, I think this will work for now. We just got to build it up.
Yeah, bit by bit.
Is there a way onto the roof?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take my javelin up there and set it up on the roof so that it can launch from there in case we need an eye in the sky.
Okay. Yep. Well, it's a cozy little building. It is actually a 2-story affair, and back when this place was new, it was probably kind of nice. But one of the side benefits of the place is it did have a full garage with 4 bays and mechanic pits.
So now we
pretty
just
good
need
size.
the tools.
Yeah, so yeah. It's. I mean, it's a pretty good size installation. So
Once we start walking around, it'll be at Talus. I'm a pretty good fixer if you need to get stuff repaired. Like mechanic. If your ambulance there has any problems or anything.
Cool.
And you got a spot here, but I think we need tools.
Yeah. I think that'll be the next thing to invest in.
I got a drone kit for little stuff, but if it's anything major,
Yeah.
hell, if we can find some wrecks and enough parts, we could even probably repair some vehicles.
Might be a nice little sideline.
Well, just tell me what to do, and I'll give you a hand.
Well, nothing yet. We're going to need another mission to finance getting everything set up.
Oh, okay. What do you got? What do you got planned? What are we gonna do?
Wait for Moa to come up with something for us.
Oh, maybe we should go talk to her then.
She'll contact us if there's anything.
Oh, okay.
fixers do. Speaking of which, tell us you do get a phone call.
Hello.
Voice you don't recognize. Hey, you guys are new in the territory?
Meaning which territory?
Well, you're down here in Santo Domingo.
Yeah, but not new to Night City, you know. Travel all over. Why? What's up?
Well, I do a little business out of this area, and I'm always looking for crews to do work for me.
We get most of our gigs from Mama, so as long as you guys are copacetic, that shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, well, you see, the cool thing is you know, it's a big city, Night City, and there's lots of fixers, lots of jobs, and, well, I'm just offering you a chance to expand your horizons a little bit and get a piece of some different pie. My name's
Wow.
Canvas, by the way.
Canvas, like the stuff you paint on?
Yeah, it's me. Used to
Okay.
be a ganger, but kind of got out of that line of work. But
Yeah, who'd you run with?
nobody you know, just a bunch of clowns. Anyway, they're not around anymore, so yeah, I can get you some plum jobs for some favorite ops if you want.
Okay. You got anything on the books right now?
Matter of fact, I kinda do. You ever hear of Dapper Pixie Cybernetics?
Can't say that I have.
Well, it's a little cyberware firm. Their big deal is they're trying to bring back the old you know, style over substance credo from the 2020s. You know? So they offer a lot of newfangled but retro case mods and cybernetics. So I mean, they look like they're older, but they're actually, you know, modern parts and stuff. And of course,
cyber hipsters.
well, yeah, kinda. Anyway, they've got a little deal going on that they need a hand with.
Okay.
So
Interested?
yeah, seems like one of their big loads got hit, and it's been carted off to kind of a nasty part of town, and well, they need a crew to go in there and get their stuff back, and maybe see about shutting down the guys that stole it.
This is Night City. You're going to have to narrow down which nasty bit of town.
Well, how familiar are you with Pacifica?
As much as anyone can be, I suppose.
Well, we're not quite talking Dogtown, but, you know, kind of in that area where the Voodoo Boys and the Scabs kind of run. They got a place out there where they carted all the goods off to. They hit the shipment over in the Glen, carted it all the way back to Pacifica, and now they're holed up there.
Can you narrow it down at all?
Well, I mean, what more deets do you need? I mean, I give you the location. I mean, I give you the address or what?
Well, yeah, that would be helpful if you've got it. And then, so they want the goods back? Do they want us to administer a spanking to the thieves, or?
Exactly. You getting it?
Okay.
Anyway.
And what's the pay?
Well, the fee was gonna be 50,000, but because nobody really wants to touch this job, I'm being honest with you here up front, they're offering 100,000 for it.
Okay, so what's the catch?
Well, it's in Pacifica.
Well, yeah.
And gang has a pretty good chunk of loot there. I mean, if you know somebody who can move all the street drugs.
I might know some people.
So, it's up to you.
Alright. Consider us on it then.
Good. Good to be working with you then.
Yeah, ping me the deets.
Yeah, you'll get a transmission that kind of gives you the general location of where the gang is holed up. It's near Pacifica Pier. It's a building out there.
So there's 3 piers in Pacifica, I think. There's one that goes to a tunnel, isn't there? And then there's 2 piers sticking out.
Yeah. Well, this one is actually on the map is Pacifica Pier.
Okay.
They snagged the goods over in the Glen, which is like adjacent, crossed the bridge, and then harked it all the way down there to Pacifica.
Okay. All right. Everyone gear up. We'll head off at sunset.
Don't everybody talk at once.
I will clean and check all my guns, make sure all the mags are loaded and ready, run checks on the ambulance, all that jazz.
Just got to get a little bit more ammo for my shotgun and my heavy pistol. Can I ping Max for that?
Yeah, you can do that.
How much does he want for 20 rounds each?
Oh, don't I have... Don't they already have the mags and everything already priced out?
They've got the weapons, but I didn't see like a bullet prices. Sorry, I don't want to slow it down anymore.
Okay. Ammunition per round is listed at $1.
Okay. All right.
It's on page 50.
Eight Talus, do you want me to bring the boys with us, or and do you want the drone, or what do you want me to bring?
Drone's probably more useful to scout the area out, but you can always use your hounds as well. Yeah, they're pretty tasty in a fight. So.
Oh, okay, I'll bring it all.
Yeah, but rig that drone for surveillance, because that's the main thing. We need to make sure we identify the right place.
Okay. It's all set up for that right now anyway. I don't have any money left to put any guns on it.
Aye.
It can hold guns, but yeah, I just don't have any money for it.
You want me to buy you some guns for it?
I don't know. That's up to you guys, I guess. I mean, I can control it if it has a gun and you want it shot from the air, but it's not necessary, I think.
Could be useful.
I don't know. Since Talos seems to be in charge, why don't you let him decide?
I mean, for this job, like I say, it's mainly the surveillance that we need. So I wouldn't worry about it yet.
Okay, sounds good with me.
And we'd have to source the guns and get them fitted. And if we screwed it up, it might take the drone out of commission for the mission. So
that's fine with me. I got my boys for the fight anyway, so.
Yep.
Well, whenever you're ready, I'm gonna go up back and let the boys run around a bit until we're ready to go. And I take dogs outside.
All right. Anyone else doing anything to get prepped or?
I got my guns, I got my fists, and I throw on my armored long coat.
I got my sunglasses on. But literally have no prep to do.
Literally have no prep to do.
all right, so here's the plan. And I'll call up a map. So we've got the freeway that cuts through the city and across. So we're going to drive onto there. We're going to pull over onto the hard shoulder or in where they have those big water barrels. We're going to stop there. Traffic isn't too hectic these days. So from there, we'll take a look over the edge of the bridge to give us good vantage point over the beach, the pier, and a lot of the buildings down there. Use the drone to scout around, see if we can spot where they may have stashed all this gear, or if they're sporting any of this hipster cyber tech. And we'll take it from there. We'd be positioned to move down the off-ramp into the right area, and then we can hit them once we know what the lay of the land is.
Or we could look for someone on the street sporting something that looks about 60 years old.
Well, let's be hands off to start with. If we don't get any joy tracking them down that way, then we can put some feelers out. It's just, this isn't our normal stomping ground, and I don't want to tip our hands to anyone.
Fair enough, but didn't we piss off the Moxes?
Oh, a little.
Yeah.
Okay, little we can deal with. Don't want to piss off the Voodoo Boys. All right.
No. We can send the box some flowers. That should sort that whole mess out.
All right. Take your plan.
All right. So wait for the sun to set and drive to the beach.
Are the Voodoo Boys recognizable from the air, like dress or insignia or something?
Lots of black, near aware for the most part. Don't tend to go for the flashy, more Borgy stuff. It's probably not them, unless they're after someone's internal cyber drive. Otherwise, I would expect it's scavs, to be honest.
Okay, just so I don't have a repeat with the machine gun. All right, well, it's whenever you're ready, Talos. So.
All right. Mount up, and off we go.
Well, heading down to Pacifica, obviously Pacifica is kind of a trash place. You can
Lovely
always see
through all the smog, though.
Yeah, lovely sunsets through all the smog, but I mean, it's pretty much like it used to be a resort or it was supposed to be a resort city, but or a resort area, but it was abandoned by the corpse and left to go to rot. There's a lot of street people. You can see lots of scavs, in small groups everywhere. They'll mostly leave you alone. It's kind of weird because it's like, the radio is either pumping out some weird, Russian stations, or you got, like Bob Marley beats coming from others. So it's it's a weird melange of sounds and smells coming from all this basically human waste.
All right.
Smells like Odin, basically.
Say what?
Smells like Odin.
Well, I suppose.
Change your name to Odor. All right, so we'll stop on the freeway bridge. And then if Odin can launch his drone to scout around for us, and Yoshi, if you can, I don't know, if you can ride the electronics of the drone, just in case any voodoo boys get antsy about drones overflying their city.
Sorry, what am I doing?
If you could just sort of ride the drone electronically through the net, give it a bit of extra protection.
Oh yeah, sure, I can do that.
All right. So once we stop, I'll send it up.
Well, the area they're operating out of is a combination of a building and pretty much a compound, and it's a fairly large one. They've got lots of street people and things, but the way that they've got their place set up, it almost reminds you of a medieval castle, just because of the fact that they have gates with lookouts and stuff posted, but they have like a small tent city inside the courtyard-ish area, and then of course the main building itself. They do appear to have working power supplies and running water and things. You can see, a lot of people moving around. It's kind of easy to tell which ones are, the homeless and which ones are the gangers.
Is it easy? Because scavs look pretty homeless.
Well, these guys aren't scavs, from what you can tell. They look a little bit too well, maintained. A lot of military uniforms and things like that, but their colors seem to be kind of universally like a bloody crimson color.
Red Chrome Legion?
No. You're not sure who these guys are. You've never seen them before.
Okay.
One thing they do seem to be doing is they have food lines set up, and they are actually feeding the people who are living in the tent city.
I think we Canvas may have left out some details.
Yeah, probably. But I also think Odin looks and smells and is, in fact, a homeless person. So it might be very well suited to infiltrating and getting some more info.
I can go down there if you want. If you want me to go?
Well, we think that's them, but we haven't clapped eyes on any of the chrome yet, so we need to confirm that it's on site before we go storming the castle.
No, I can go look. I can go look. I look around. Is Is there a way down from here? Because we're up on an overpass, right?
Yeah, getting down's not a problem.
Yeah, getting down without reaching terminal velocity is slightly different.
That was sort of the question.
Well, I think we've exhausted what we can do from up here, so we can drive down and park a block or two away, and you can move it from there.
All right. Let me out. I'll go look.
All right, leave comms open.
Okay. So what's your plan right now?
I'll get out and start walking.
Okay.
I'll let the boys shadow me though.
Okay. So you basically got cyber wolves following you.
When I mean shadow though, like at the distance of my control of them, so that they're there could be a block or two away.
Yeah, they'd almost have to be.
Yeah, just so
They'd almost have to be.
Yeah, just so I can call them in if I need to.
Yeah. One thing you see outside the gates, or I should say the walls of the thing. I mean, actually, now that you look at it, it actually looks like a settlement, like some kind of post-apocalyptic, wasteland type settlement type thing built into this little section of Pacifica.
Okay.
There's a pretty good-sized group of homeless people waiting outside the gates, and there's guards, keeping an eye on them, and people letting them in.
I'll try to mingle amongst those guys.
Yeah, shouldn't be hard. Yeah. Join the other line of vagrants, or join the large line of vagrants. And, one of the guys next to you is, hey, so these guys will feed you and stuff, and if they like you, they let you stay inside.
I heard that's why I came down here.
Huh?
I took me like 8 hours to get here. I walked all the way across from the other side of the city.
Wow. You heard about them all the way on the other side of the city?
I
didn't know those guys were this popular yet.
Yeah. I had some friends that were down here and came back and
Huh.
So how long does it take to get in? I'm damn tired and hungry. I would love to get a bite.
Well, just stay in line, pal. They'll get to you when they get to you.
I guess so. Wow.
Hey.
How come they set this up? Do you know anything about it?
No idea. But seem like nice guys. I mean, they stopped the scabs from messing with us, and they're giving us food, and people who can stay, they get jobs inside. They say they're trying to rebuild this part of Pacifica.
Oh, really? Oh, I was a mechanic before. I probably could help.
Well, I don't know. I mean, guess you have to ask them.
I'm good at fixing stuff.
Uh-huh. Best of luck to you, man.
Well, shamble on and keep trying to keep moving up. Don't push, but try to edge up as far as I can.
Yeah. You'll eventually get to the gates. What you can see ahead of you is, they've got a couple of guards up there, and one of them is kind of scanning folks and checking them over on their scanner and letting people in. They don't seem to be turning anybody away. I mean, they just kind of direct them either to the tents or to the food lines.
Okay, I'll follow through.
Yeah. You'll get up there and, they'll scan you over, and it's like, what's your name, pal?
They call me Odin.
Odin, huh?
Yeah, because the eye.
Uh-huh. That's some real nice looking chrome you got there, Odin.
I got it, in the brush fire wars because my eye got shot out.
The hell are you? Like 150?
I'm pretty old. I'm 65.
You hungry?
I am. And that guy over there said you guys were like rebuilding. I was a mechanic back then. I'm pretty good with tools.
Are you?
I am still.
Oh, we might have a use for you. I'll note it here. All right, you're clear to go. Go get you some chow.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
I'll shuffle on that way.
Yep. Yeah, these guys are pretty well armed. I mean, they've got like military grade gear. In some cases, you know, like Arasaka or Militech gear, body armor, that kind of stuff. It's not necessarily very well maintained, but it's clearly at a higher level of a lot of the gangs that you've seen. And it doesn't seem to have a lot of the customization that a lot of the other gangs have. Just these, these red uniform type logos and stuff.
All right, I'll send what I'm seeing and hearing over my head comms back to Talos in the truck.
Apparently, these guys are called the Blood Posse.
Doesn't sound like a charitable outfit.
No, not particularly. Well, do I see anything like odd? Like people are just walking up and getting food, and where do they like? They're just milling around, or what are they doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like basically people go over to the head of the chow line and they're serving them up food. I mean, a lot of it looks like it's, from the looks and smells of it, it's like the big giant, squad MRE type things.
Okay. Well, get a bowl and, sort of wander around, see what I can see. Looking around for guards and for entry points and, anything odd. Like
The tent village is like all vagrants and stuff. Seems to be pretty nice. They have like little workstations and things there, and people doing jobs. Looking like they're either fixing things or working on things.
Okay.
The biggest access point would be the actual main building itself, which seems to be pretty heavily guarded with cams and everything.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, try to run my site across them so I can send it back to Talos so you can see what there is here.
There's one guy.
Oh, I was going to say, any automated weapons or anything?
No, you don't see any turrets or anything, but there's one guy who will step out kind of onto the portico type thing that's on the second floor of the building. From some kind of an office type thing. I mean, it kind of reminds you of a lord looking over his kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
His uniform is pretty immaculate. So is his body armor and his weapons and stuff. He looks pretty big and intimidating. Kind of like a. I mean, it's hard to describe, but he's clean cut. He looks very strongly military with a lot of African tribal scarring on his cheeks.
He just looks more professional than the others.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can see that his left hand is some kind of a replacement. It looks like an obvious, very powerful looking type of hand augmentation, hand and arm augmentation.
Does it look chrome, or is it like the old Russian style where it's brutalist, or is it modern?
It looks pretty military, but it's obviously a prosthetic. I mean, like it's all metal.
Yeah.
It's kind of knobby, and it looks
Yeah, that's
Kind of
what
like it's designed to punch people pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get was the origin of it, like whether it was this old retro tech they're trying to redo, or whether it's like Russian military tech.
No,
or whether it's modern the modern tech.
No, looks like it could have come out of a older, Militech showroom or an Arasaka showroom.
Okay.
You'll hear whispers. People kind of look over in his direction. They'll say, "God hand."
All right. Like I said, take it in. Wait to see if he says anything or does anything.
No, he'll just kind of look out over everybody. A couple of guys will walk up and talk to him, and then he'll go back inside.
All right. Send back the message to tell us. Okay. What do you want to do now?
We still haven't located the gear.
Let me try to see if I can work my way around the building out of this area.
Yeah, see if you can press them a bit. Tell them that you used to be an engineer, and ask them if they've got anyone who could check your cyberware. Say it's a bit needs tuning or something.
You sure you
that
want
might take us in the right direction.
Are you sure you want me to do that? Remember, I got a big ass gun hanging on a rig. Somebody starts patting me down.
It's just an idea. It's just I thought that might knock something loose, but up to you.
It's also
big gun hanging on rig.
It's also Pacifica. I think you can kind of get away with that.
I mean, when they scanned you at the gate, they definitely would have seen that. So
yeah. So press a bit, ask around, see what anyone knows about this God Hand guy, right. I suppose.
So I look for a collection of the guys in uniform in this area.
What do you mean you look for a collection of uniforms?
Like you said that they're basically corralling all the civvies over in this area and feeding them and that. But you said there's also a bunch of the guys in the military uniform walking around.
Yeah.
Find where there's a bunch of them where I can go speak to them that are near enough. You know what I mean? So I'm like not completely out of the zone I'm supposed to be standing in, but edging my way over.
Okay. Yeah, you can probably find a group of them in the courtyard.
So I'll go up to them. Hey man, do you guys need a mechanic? You guys seem to be like super well equipped and stuff here. Do you need someone who can work on stuff? I could use some work. I'm really good at it.
They scanned you when you came in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got your name. Don't worry.
Odin.
Yeah, we'll contact you. Don't worry. If you need a place to stay, go get a place in the tent city. Otherwise, you've already been fed. Mind your business. We'll call you if we need you.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I just thought there'd be something to do. Like those guys are all working on stuff over there.
Yeah, we got people who do things. Don't worry.
Okay. I'll pull back from them and sort of wander along, see if there's somewhere else I can stick my nose into.
Yoshi, can you scan the city net for any references to these guys, Blood Posse and God Hand? See if there's any buzz on the boards or anything?
I can certainly try.
It's all I ask.
Let's watch those massive rolls go to work.
So 2d6 plus my program skill, right?
Yes.
Do I add intelligence modifier to it as well?
Yes.
2d6 plus 4. Uh, 11.
Well, from what you can find out, God Hand apparently was originally from Africa. And apparently was, corpo trained, worked for Militech for a while, and then kind of seemed to fall out of favor with them for some reason. And Now he's here in Pacifica for some reason. Not sure where he got all the gear and everything, but he had kind of a reputation for running special ops units.
Okay, I'll relay all that to Chalice and Odin.
Yeah. The
How
Blood
far
Posse-
back does? Sorry, how far back does his military record go?
Well, there's a lot of redacted.
Yeah, but that suggests that he was active during those periods. So
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, what second corporate war?
Yeah. Probably second corporate war, third corporate war.
Hmm. I don't know,
For
man.
the posse themselves appear to be like a new gang that have popped up. How they managed to keep themselves insulated from the Voodoo Boys is unknown, but they've clashed with the Scavs before, and their training and skills and everything just clearly outmatches the Scavs. So the Scavs won't mess with them for the most part. But interestingly enough, it's when these guys set up their station or whatever you want to call it, they got kind of a reputation for protecting the locals and, helping them out, feeding them. So they're a little bit more accepted than a lot of the other gangs because they genuinely seem to care. So they're a little bit better entrenched.
That was kind of what I was going for with employing the local homeless guy, but they seem to be doing it better.
Well, they have more resources. See, I don't know, right? I mean, these guys, they reek of ex-military, and at least the commander's ex-military. This is different to going up against some ragtag gang of fuckwits with too much cyberware and too much time on their hands.
You suspect that they're probably getting shipments in through the pier.
They also seem to be doing some good.
Yeah, well,
Gary's
These
point.
guys have more money than the people that have sent us to spy on them. Why aren't we working for them? They seem like the good guys.
because you take the jobs you're given, and good bad doesn't really cut it in this city.
No, by good
Morals
guys, I
have
mean
no
they have
place
more
in
money.
Night City.
They're clearly richer. Why aren't we working for them?
Well, the thing about rich people is they have more stuff to steal. Odin, see if they'll let you leave.
Sounds good. All right, so I walk around to the gate and try to head out.
Yeah, guards will ask you, "You sure you want to go back out there? We can't protect you if you're not inside the walls. You want to take your chances out there with the scavs?"
Yeah, but I got some friends that they need to know about this. They need to know that you guys got a good place. And they're good guys. They can help too. Some of them are really skilled too.
They like you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to leave them behind.
Yeah, he seems just a tad suspicious. You're definitely going to have to try to convince him.
What would you like me to roll?
Well, I believe that would fall under a... Of course, I have to look
Just-
at the skill chart.
Just point at the sky and shout, "Oh my god, the Aurora Borealis," and then when he looks up, run away.
We talk, right?
It'd probably be a talk.
Yeehaw. Let's try this. Well, it's not too bad. It's 7. Not perfect, but
He kind of talk to the other guard, and they'll kind of grumble a little bit and shrug, and they'll open the gate for you.
All right.
Let you go.
All right. I'll move with a purpose, but not like run or something.
All right. So when Odin gets back, I guess we head down to the pier and use the drone again to try and identify where they're bringing in supplies and so on, and how they're transporting them to the compound.
Yeah, bring in my boys too.
Yeah.
Well, the spot they're located is near the pier itself, and they do have a back way into the compound. So from what you can tell, they probably get deliveries from the pier and then just truck it into the back or through the front gate.
Yeah, but is there anything happening on the pier?
I mean, not at this red hot moment. I mean, just other than Pacificans out on the pier partying or whatever.
So, way
it's a big unattended pier that basically isn't really controlled and is a perfect way to get contraband into Night City.
Yeah. This looks like the best way in for me. If we can get into one of their shipments, they'll take us right in, Trojan Army style. Straight into their castle, and from there we can find the goods. Unless anyone has a better plan.
No, that's close to what I was going to suggest. I was suggesting we get a boat and intercept the shipment.
Yeah, but we need to know which ship it is. We can't just go around raiding any old yacht or whatever that comes in until we hopefully hit the right one. So,
are you sure we should be going after this one?
It's what we've been hired to do. If we don't complete the job, we lose reputation. So,
you say we can't raid any old yacht that comes in?
well, I mean, we can if you want to take to the high seas. A pirate's life for me, I guess, but I'm out of my element enough outside of Alaska, so
maybe we can find some records that might indicate.
well, that compound's got to eat supplies. They've got to be getting pretty regular. So I suggest we just sort of pitch camp here, join in the partying on the pier, take it on shifts, looking for when their next shipment comes in.
Well, if they're feeding people, did Odin pick up any packaging indicative? Presumably they're bringing in cheap MREs, they were described as, more or less, right?
Yeah. Well, I was sending back the video feed for you guys to look at, so you can just...
Yeah. So it's really just a retcon question, is did we pick up any packaging, any identifiable logos, etc., of a company that must be shipping this stuff in?
What do you mean?
Like, were there... Oh.
Go ahead.
Because I'm thinking that their food supply company probably has lower security than their fuck off great castle, so we broach the second by going through the first.
So where are they getting their norms?
Looks like they're getting it from inside the compound itself. I mean, it's like they bring the apparently it's like they prepare it, cook it or whatever inside the compound, then bring it out in serving tray type things.
But where are they getting their supplies from? Because they don't have a farm in there or anything.
Are there solar panels?
Yeah, they've got stuff. I mean, like I said, they've got power.
Could it be just like vegetarian and scop that they've gotten?
Yeah, no, but do you know how much it takes to actually feed one person? It's more than 4 acres you need for a single person to keep a supply. So, there's no way they can grow that much food in there.
No.
Yeah.
This isn't big enough, so they have to get the raw supplies somewhere. I think that's what Health is asking.
All right, so some of us stake out the pier, some of us stake out the compound to try and figure out where the food's coming from, when the shipments are coming in.
Could I try and hack the records for the docks and see what shipping records there are?
There's no shipping records. This is
There might be some legacy security systems that are still operational.
yeah. I mean, if you want to hack into cams and stuff like that, that may still be working on the pier. Stuff that's coming in through Pacifica is kind of unregulated for the most part. Kind of the same way that Dogtown gets all of its supplies, pretty much on the back end.
Okay, so here's the plan then. Odin and Health, you stake out the compound, try and figure out where they're getting their victuals from. Yoshi, try and hack into the cameras around here, check the buffers, see what information you can find. Jugger, run security on the Ambionaut. I'm going to go around and ingratiate myself with the party people on the pier, doing like free drug tests and shit to make sure their gear is up to standard, and see if I can ask them any sort of gentle questions and learn a bit of what's going on around here. And we'll reconvene at the ambulance when we found out what we can find out.
All right, so you just want me to take it in like a circle around the area?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, once I've got into the cams, can I come and party on the pier?
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of drugs until you mentioned it.
Yep. One thing you do spot is, for all the people that they feed and everything, they do seem to have a fairly steady supply of what look like, dealers coming to and from the compound, leaving with, fresh supplies of sellables. So they are obviously supplementing their operation by selling drugs.
Could Health deal with one of the dealers, corner one of them?
If Health wants to.
That's what I'm asking her.
Sure.
Because you're more suited to that than me.
She
And I'll
gives, him
keep an eye out on
she gives him a deeply skeptical look at this point, since he looks much more like a sand user than she looks like a sand dealer. But okay.
No, I more meant attracting someone's attention and getting them to come somewhere with you.
Yes, I suppose it's doable. So essentially, what you're saying is that this sort of quasi-military Salvation Army, shall we say, seems content to let dealers ply their trade amongst the homeless, and so we can do all this from the landward side.
Yeah, they're like supplying the dealers, and the dealers are coming out from their compound to go sell.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So you need to intercept one of them and, discover what you can from them.
Funny thing is, if you check out what the drug lists are for everything, they have a ton of them for 2020. But for 2077, all they have is glitter. So it's kind of like, I guess all the drugs that existed in 2020 still exist in 2077, but there's such a huge gap between. I mean, like, they don't even have like Cyberpunk Red drugs listed or anything. So it's like, I guess they never came out with a supplement that dealt with that, despite the fact that that's something that would be probably readily available in Night City.
Yeah.
Maybe they just forgot how to make new types.
Black Lace and Smash never go out of style.
Yeah, Black Lace was the only thing mentioned in 2077 from what I remember.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna post back a few blocks back and send my boys on different directions so we can keep an eye around the compound from multiple directions. See if we see any trucks and stuff going in.
Well, I figure you guys are going to be like staking this place out for what length of time?
A few days, probably.
Yeah, if it takes that long.
Yeah, it probably will. So, what you guys find out just from putting your heads together and everything, should probably make everybody make rolls, but just gonna kind of make this a little easier on everyone because you have a lot of questions. So, every few days they get boats coming in, more or less illegally, to the Pacifica Pier. Armed escorts basically, meet the boat, unload the gear, and bring it back to the compound every few days. Amongst the gear is stuff that you have no idea about because it's in crates and such. But there is also very obviously marked, crates of military food as well as ammunition.
You don't seem to have been getting into a lot of firefights, so you got to wonder what all the ammo's for.
Well, they will actually. Over the time that you watch them, they do get into firefights. They don't.
Okay.
They do patrol their place pretty regularly. From the looks of things, they shoot any encroaching scabs or anything that move that are too close, and a few times they'll actually intervene to stop violence happening near their compound wherever they can see it. I mean, they've got a watchtower, they've got sniper rifles up there. Every once in a while, a guy on the sniper tower will pick somebody off from a distance, but it's usually either a scav or somebody who's obviously hurting the locals. So it's kind of a weird operation from what you can tell, because these guys are getting shipments from somewhere and they're feeding the homeless, but they're also taking care of them, and yet they're also doing pretty brisk business with the drug trade from what you can tell. Nothing super cool like speed heal or boost or anything. It's just basically your run-of-the-mill stuff like, glitter, black lace, smash, blue glass, synth coke.
Yeah, because real cocaine got wiped out by that gene plague. Yeah.
Talos, this is looking more and more like a setup.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, this seems more like a military operation to me. This is an occupation. Guy's got Militech history. I bet if we ran IDs on a bunch of his other guys, they've probably got mercenary or Militech history to them. Plus, you've got Militech remnants squatting in Dogtown, and these guys are ingratiating themselves. This feels like a sort of Hearts and Minds Spec Ops operation to me.
Bing.
Yeah, are you sure you...
Sorry, I just leveled.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure you want us to go in there? I mean, we could throw down, but I think we'd get shot to death.
I mean, do you want NorCal to rejoin the new USA? Because I sure as fuck don't.
Well, whatever happens, but I'd prefer not to get full of holes. And I bet you that's what's going to happen if we go in there.
Yeah, so, I mean, the old Chrome, maybe they're going to use that to fit up some veterans, turn them into a fifth column, or maybe it's just a quick, easy grab they saw to fund the operation. But a job's a job,
Yeah, but you just got contacted from this guy for the first time. We don't know if he's on the up and up. Shouldn't we check him out first?
All right, I'll call Mama and ask about Canvas.
Well, her first thing is, you talking to someone else, Bubby?
I know, Mama, but I just can't be tied down to one woman, you know?
Well, you gotta find your jobs where you can. Canvas,
I mean-
huh?
Look at me. I've always got blue balls.
You do indeed. Well, he's kind of a new face with just a little bit of history. I mean, yeah, he was a street punk at one time, but he dumped that and went legit by becoming a fixer.
Bozos, yeah?
Yeah. The only thing I could say about him is he has kind of a reputation for not giving you the whole story whenever he sends you on a mission. So.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds right. All right. Thanks, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call Canvas back.
Mm-hmm. Yo, my man, what's up?
So, this job you sent us on, yeah?
Hmm.
You neglected to mention that this is a covert operation by a Militech Special Operations Group.
Oh man, look, they're not Mill.
The
Not anymore,
guy
anyway.
in charge is, and you never really leave Militech. It's like the Marines.
They're mercs.
Probably working for Militech. They're running a Hearts and Minds operation, yeah?
Well, I couldn't confirm it until you told me, but yeah, I'm thinking that's probably part of it, but then they're still conducting smash and grabs like regular gangs. And like I said, my client is, the Dapper Pixie Corporation. So I don't care what kind of hearts and minds and shit and doing. Is if they're such goody two shoes, what are they doing? Smashing and grabbing people's cybernetics over in the Glen.
They're not goody two shoes, but that's part of the operation. But the point is, we're not going up against a gang of scavs or something. This is a well-oiled, well-funded, backed military machine.
So you got cold feet or what?
You know what? If I stuffed my boots with cash, that would make my feet a lot warmer.
They're already
bad-
paying double.
Well, how badly do they want the tech?
I don't know if they want it bad enough to go and get into a street fight with Militech, if that's who they're working for.
They want it bad enough to get into a shooting war with the new USA, do they?
What's your angle, man?
We need more. Before I commit my team to this operation, which has suddenly become a lot higher risk, I need to know more and I need to get paid more.
The only other deets I got is, your generous benefactors there. Yeah, ingratiating themselves with the homeless.
Yep.
You ever notice that some of those homeless people don't leave?
Yep. Soil and Green is made of people?
Well, we don't know what they're doing with them, but, and nobody gives a shit about, homeless vagrants, but can't imagine what they're up to. I mean, I don't think they're organ legging or anything crazy, but they're up to something in there.
All right, look, Shifty the Clown. You get in touch with the employer and see if they'll give up any more information to you. See how bad they really want this stuff and see if they can shed any light as to why a covert military operation blagged some 60-year-old tech. All right, then get back to me. We'll work on a plan. If things are agreeable, we'll still go ahead.
Take me about a day. I'll call you back.
Fine. I'll hang up on him.
So what are y'all gonna do for a day?
Health, did you catch what they were selling, drug-wise?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What
So-
was it?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the setting. Sorry.
I was waiting for T-shirt to pop in.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'm sorry. They're selling things like black lace, glitter, smash, blue glass, and synth coke.
Right. All right.
Can I go in and buy like a kilo of synth coke?
Not you gonna try to go into their fortress and ask them for that?
Yeah, like they're
It-
selling
it-
it, I'm buying it.
It's halfway there. I say we reverse that. I say we go back to Canvas and say if they want this dealt with, they have to front us a substantial shipment of drugs. We go in and offer to sell it to them, which gets us in.
What the fuck are you going to do with a kilo of synth coke? With a rail that big, you could take over from Amtrak.
I'm going to go to the pier and we're going to party.
I'll make sure I have an adrenaline injector ready then. Shall I?
Some Narcan.
Failing that, will just nudge you off the pier into the water.
I mean, they're selling drugs. I'm buying drugs. That's a way in to go and speak to the people in charge.
I still think our best bet is to jump the shipments going in. Right, they've got crates and shit we can hide in. That'll take us clean inside. But we're not doing anything until we hear back from the clown.
Do I look like a fucking delivery guy, though?
No.
I look like a guy who's going to buy lots of drugs from them.
Can't argue with that.
This is we have a horizontal structure here. I'm just kind of in charge because you let me be, really. If you want to fuck about, be my guest.
I mean,
I'm gonna sit here and blaze some Biotechnica purple skunkweed, and I'll see you in a day or two.
I'm just trying to think of other ways in that might work.
Storm drains, maybe, because they dump out into the bay here. So, and there must be drainage off their compound. That might be something worth looking into. I don't know. I spark up a fat joint and go to sleep on the paramedic bed.
Well, you'll get your call a day later. Yeah, Canvas will say, look, Pixie didn't know anything about these guys being backed by Militech or anything. They just knew that their shipments were getting intercepted and stolen.
Come on, they must have given you something.
You know as much as I do, man. I mean, why do you think they asked me to go get some edge runners to go in there and check them out? They thought this was going to be a simple, spank and steal job where, you beat down some idiots who stole some stuff and get their shit back.
Look.
Now you're talking like fucking military conspiracies and shit.
Look, you've got a reputation for not giving people the whole story, right? I've pressed you once. You want this working relationship to go well, you better tell me absolutely every fucking thing. And everything that the employer told you. I never heard of this fucking Digital Pixie or whatever the fuck it was called before.
Dapper Pixie.
Dapper Pixie, right. So what's the gear? Why would these guys want to steal it?
The only thing they can think of is some of the tech that they got being of an older design You know how you got some older tech that doesn't necessarily mesh well with newer tech,
Yeah.
and sometimes the older tech actually kind of works better.
Yeah.
Kind of like Betamaxes and VHSs.
Yeah.
So, what Dapper thinks is going on is they're taking some of their proprietary cybernetic shit and using that to do some kind of bypasses or something on modern cyberware and stuff. I don't know what for or anything. They don't know what for, but they figure the backwards compatibility and shit, the older cyberware and stuff isn't being picked up or isn't being read or isn't compatible with the new system surveillance or tech or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Security through obsolescence, right?
Yeah.
Like how the nukes all run on like massive disks from the 60s.
Yeah, exactly. It's like nobody uses 3.25-inch floppies anymore. So if you wanted a computer that was basically unhackable by newer computers, you'd use one of those, right?
Yeah.
Can't hook into a USB port if it ain't got one. If you're using serial.
Yeah, I hear your input's got no use for your 3.5 floppy either.
Yeah. Well, you leave my guy out of that.
All right, and did they offer up any more cash?
Grim, I'm gonna need you to make a talk roll.
Okay.
See if they're gonna offer up more cash.
That's a skill, isn't it? A skill that I don't have. So it's 2d6 plus charisma bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Which I also don't have. So dice don't fail me now. 7. Unless you give me a bonus for like being threatening and a bit of an asshole.
Or actually just kind of having this guy in a corner.
Yeah.
Let me see what they can do to modify. Because the mission got a little bigger than what it initially started out as, which is kind of fun. I like it when missions do that. So let me see. Common payout modifiers. Job will take extended time, I would say. I don't know if I would say the client is genuinely desperate. Because, I mean, I wouldn't say they are genuinely desperate. I mean, it's like, yeah, they want their shit back, but not at the, not at the point where it becomes like, well, we're paying these mercs more money than it's worth to get the shit back. We'll just take a loss.
Yeah. So it's more time and more effort.
Yeah. So, because the job is actually going to take longer than what they originally thought. Okay, look. They're willing to offer you double. That's $200K.
All right.
That's the best we got.
I'll inform the crew, and I think, yeah, all right, we're back on it. But if this goes any more sideways...
Look, I don't know what you're going to find when you get inside there. Nobody's been able to crack whatever they got going on in there. Like I said, the Corpo guys thought, all they were doing was just stealing their shipments and shit, and it was just, a gang getting out of control and needing to be taught a lesson. They didn't expect, some cyberpunk Black Ops boogeyman shit going on.
Yeah, well, it's Night City. You should always expect that.
I guess so.
All right, we're back on it. I'll let you know how we do. All right. Double the money, guys. So I think we press on.
So do we have a plan?
Trojan, this shit, I reckon. Unless anyone has a better idea, I think we should go and thrift some homeless people clothes, so that we look like we at least belong in there a little bit. And we jump one of the shipments and ride it in.
I am going to look convincing in homeless people clothes.
Pretty Yoshi with his obviously, beautifully sculpted cyber features.
I'm
Well,
gonna pose as a buyer. You guys go as homeless people at the same time.
Fine.
We'll all
This-
get in at the same time, okay?
It's
I've
just to
got a-
save us a couple of seconds when they spot us. But, yeah.
Hey,
I'm-
is this a kill 'em all mission or what?
No, it's get the shit. That's the mission. If we got to cut a few throats to get there, fair's fair. But I mean, these are corpo spooks, so fuck them. But otherwise, we're here to get the gear.
Yeah, I was about to say 5 guys against a fortress full of, Militech, spec ops guys. So, your next characters.
All right.
I have an idea. If you want, so we have some aerial support. What if we take some of those mines that got nicely delivered to us? I rig up a drop release on my drone and spend a little while, fabricate a little hangar, rack for them, and that way we can drop some explosives if we need something to get us out of there.
I don't think bombing the homeless is gonna really help us out.
It wasn't.
Oh, come on. That's practically city policy.
I wasn't going to aim at the homeless, but I'm just saying. I just want to make sure we can get out.
All right. I mean, you did need that gun. You did have an idea for that gun before, but I don't know if we have enough time to mount that.
No, but I could rig something like that up because we have everything here we need.
All right,
Alright.
but it's last resort, okay?
All right. So, T-shirt, I'm gonna arrange like a little rack. Probably about 4 of them is probably all it's gonna be able to hold. So,
I don't. What's your drone's carrying capacity?
it's the biggest normal drone you can carry. And you said these things are about the size of a takeout carton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could easily
And
hang 4 of those underneath it. You're talking something that's, like 2 feet long.
Yeah, I think it can normally mount an SMG and a mag of ammo, so it's
Yeah.
probably got weight for at least 2 bombs.
Oh, I would have thought it was more than that, but either way, the hang a rack underneath it, and then just have so I could send a message to have it release one of the things holding it. But I have the drone kit, but it's just going to take time for me to sit and work something up out of scrap.
Okay. Anti-vehicle landmines have an encumbrance of 2.
I thought you said these things were the size of.
Well, I know, but I'm just trying to point out. I mean, it's like, yeah, they have an encumbrance of 2, which means that they're. It doesn't matter how big they are, as they're heavy.
Right, just one of them then?
Yeah, I was about to say, because I mean, like, anti-material rifles have like an encumbrance of 3, so it's like a little. Or your heavy machine gun has an encumbrance of 3, also.
So what you're
So they're-
saying is we can hang a 20mm anti-material rifle under it instead, right?
Yeah, we're going to get one of those. But anyway, the point was I want to hang something under it so we could drop it if we need to, make a blast a hole to get out. I was mostly thinking about the getting out and running away part.
I mean, you could definitely rig 1 under it. I'm not sure about more than 1 is the problem.
Oh, that'll do.
Have to look at the drones. You guys are making me look shit up.
Yeah, it doesn't really list the way, like, it doesn't say what it lifts. It just gives it its encumbrance, and it has a hard point.
Does it say what can fit on a hard point?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a list of weapons and stuff you can put on it.
What's the biggest weapon you can put on one?
Go back to the hard points.
Which kind of drone is it?
It's the Namu Javelin.
The Namu Javelin? Okay, it's got.
It's like I said,
It's got- 1 hard point and 5 fittings.
6 fitting. Or 6 encumbrance.
Yeah, 6 encumbrance.
5 fittings.
I think the encumbrance is actually what it can lift. If I'm not mistaken.
I thought that was the encumbrance to carry your drone.
Was it the encumbrance to carry it? Damn, that's a big ass drone.
Yeah. That's why I haven't been carrying it around with me.
Well, just let's have a couple of bombs on it. That'll do.
Okay, it says drones with a base unmodified encumbrance of 3 or less can mount only pistol-sized weapons, while larger man-portable drones can mount rifle-sized ones.
Yeah, and this is encumbrance 6, so it's twice the size of the one that can mount the pistol.
So, that in mind, with it being that powerful, I guess you could mount about 3 of those. You could drop 3 mines from it.
Okay, so I'll rig it up.
Okay.
You can make my check, right? Man. See my intelligence.
And some drones actually have cargo space mounts, so you could put more encumbrance on it.
Well, with my bonus, it's a total of 12.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Excuse me. Mute this for a second.
Yep. Kids don't smoke. All right. So you've got the Doomsday drone all hooked up. What else?
That's the only thing I had to get ready. All my other stuff's ready.
Is there a good ambush spot where we can intercept their truck shipment, where they're not going to have too many eyes on us?
Well, if I look at the map, the pier itself actually presents a natural choke point.
Okay.
So actually hitting them on the pier makes the most sense, because if they can't even get it off the pier, then
Okay. We've been watching this. So is it like 2 drivers and a van or a small truck, or?
yeah, it's basically it's like a it's a good sized vehicle, like I don't want to say a deuce and a half, because that's like way too big, but it is a decent sized truck that can haul several crates.
Yeah.
So you got driver, nav, and a couple of assistants. So you got like about a 4-man crew.
Okay, so it's going to take all of us to hit them then.
Seems. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, if I use the ambulance to block off the end of the pier once they've started moving, and you guys are waiting further back, you can hit it from the rear. I can cover from the front with the ambulance's turret, just in case things go south.
All right.
So when they stop, because I'm blocking the exit, you hit them hard, fast, quick, and quiet as possible. Take out the crew, take their place. I join you in the back of the truck, and we take it in. Any objections?
Sounds fine.
Well, keep
All
in
right.
mind too, they'll have comms. So
Yeah, so we need to take them out quick.
Can Yoshi block the comms?
Good point.
Maybe.
this is the guy who can't hack an elevator.
Might be some kind of jammer in here.
Oh no, Yoshi! Their comms are made with elevator tech.
I rolled a 10. Is a 10 enough to jam the
temporarily scramble the local comlink or something?
Yeah, I say that would work. So you're putting this into into motion now.
Well, as soon as the next shipment comes in, we'll go for it.
Okay.
So we've already like tracked the routes they normally take.
We've been watching for days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only route that they could take, is basically hitting them on the piers as soon as they get the shipment and start trying to leave is probably your best point.
All right.
So split into pairs and set up either side of the pier, ready to hit the side and back of the truck. And then when they loaded up and they started to move, I'll put the ambulance in the way, and we'll take it from there.
Sounds good. Do you want us to set up on the pier, like beforehand, like hours beforehand? I could go loiter underneath the edge of the pier.
We can figure out good positions where you can fire from cover or whatever, but other than that, we don't need to be set up massively in advance.
Okay.
So, just up to T-shirt to tell us what the sitch is.
Okay. Well, obviously you'll get your first round of surprise against them. I'm fairly confident that these guys will survive your first round of combat. So we go ahead and need to roll initiatives for now.
Okay. That's what, D20 plus Dex, or?
Yeah.
I forget.
I have 8.
Also 8.
Okay.
14.
I've got expensive cyberware that make me go first.
That's right. You always go first.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I got that.
And we get a surprise turn.
You get a surprise turn. I didn't hear Health's dice roll.
15.
15. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're loaded up in the. I'm guessing you're hitting them while they're offloading, or are you waiting until they're loaded up on their truck and you're going to hit them in their vehicle, or?
We wait until they're loaded up. They come to the end of the pier. My ambulance is blocking the road, though it's been hanging out for a while, so they might not immediately twig that something's up. And we hit them when they're blocked off.
Okay. That part of the plan goes off without a hitch. Yeah, they have to stop the vehicle. One of their guys gets out to go check out the ambulance.
Okay, go, go, go.
All right. Roll up one sleeve, and my fists start crackling with electrical energy. And I charge for the cab of the truck.
You're
All
gonna
right.
go into the vehicle we need to take.
What?
We need to take the vehicle.
I'm not. No. The fists don't do that much. They're more like for punching the guys.
My point was, you're going to damage the vehicle that we need to take.
It's fine. Punch the guy. Take him out.
Yeah. Yeah. If I can get to the front cab, I'm just gonna open the door and just hello and
All right.
knock them out. Yeah.
All right. I've got their melee AC.
Nice. 26.
Ooh. Yeah. Hit all day long.
All right. And there is something wrong with this because you did tell me that I had a glitch. Don't know if that'll come up now.
Your glitch. Your gear is power hungry. You have to supplement your systems by plugging into an urban power grid or vehicle power port for half an hour each day. Without that, the system goes inert until repowered.
to charge it.
Nope.
All right.
Got to charge the power glove, baby.
Yep.
I
So
put it in the private chat for you.
Nice. All right, got it. So on my trauma die I got 2, and on my damage die I got 8, and that's electrical.
Okay. Yeah, his trauma's fine. How much damage did you actually do?
10 total.
10 total? Okay. He is still up. He is not happy. All right. Yoshi actually has the go first ability, so
So, did you say someone got out of the truck?
yeah. There's one of them had gotten out of the vehicle to come over and inspect the ambulance to see about moving it.
Okay.
You know,
so
probably
I'm
to put it in neutral and push it.
I'm just going to put a bullet in his head.
Okay, take a shot.
No, I'm not. 8.
Yeah, in all the time that you were, busy tinkering around with things, you forgot to tinker with the sights on your gun. Okay, that takes us to health.
So you say that there was, to just be clear, there are 2. There's a driver and a shotgun, as it were, right?
Yep, and 2 other guys in the back part of the cab. It's one of those extended cab, so it's got 2 extra guys in there who are basically there to provide extra muscle for moving the crates.
And is it one of the muscle guys who have got out?
Shotgun has gotten out.
Shotgun has gotten out. Okay.
You take him out.
Yeah, except the plan was that I assume would be that we would be on either side of the doors rather than near the ambulance. I mean, Yoshi's already obviously near the ambulance-ish, so I'm assuming I'm going to be near the doors. So I'm going to just arbitrarily say I'm on the side where the one of the 2 security guys didn't get out, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
And I've already seen that Jugger has just opened the door, so they don't tend to lock their cab doors. So I'm going to walk up, open the door, and stick the guy in the thigh with a narcoleptic injection.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Okay, and that's no hand-to-hand skill, but I add strength, is that right? Or is it dex if it's a sort of small, light injector?
Whichever's better.
It'd be dex, basically, so that's a 17 with a dex plus 2.
You'll stick him.
Okay, so now he has to make a save or be narcoleptic for 24 hours.
Okie dokie. Let me see, I've got his saves right here. He has decided that he wishes to be narked.
Alright. Totally good.
He is slept. Next down the list is Tellus.
Okay. The side of the ambulance, little armor plating slides back, turret flips out, swings round, zeroes on the guy that was walking towards the ambulance, who is then blasted with a Militech 20L drone cannon.
He's probably going to become paste shortly after that. But
So, ranged attack.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought we were going for subtlety.
I can't do subtle from inside the ambulance, so... shoot. Okay. Yeah. That's 20.
20. Yeah, you'll hit him.
Okay, so damage-wise, it is 2d8 exclamation mark M. Does that mean anything to you?
Exclamation mark. Yeah, the
Yeah.
weapon's trauma dice can inflict traumatic hits on drones, vehicles, and other machines.
Okay. Right. So trauma is 1d10. 5.
Let's see. Yeah, his trauma can handle it.
Okay, but he does take 7 hits.
But his armored suit will stop some of that.
Okay.
Which I actually forgot to roll that for K Mike's hit.
Oh yeah.
Your punch.
Mm.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll just since it's ablative anyway, we'll just roll up for the next one. But that was my bad. Let's see. Medium armored suits. They have 10 soak. So how much did you hit him for?
7. I did.
7? Okay. So he has 3 left on his soak. And K Mike actually would have completely gone right through his armor. Well, the 10 points it would have depleted all of his soak. So he'll just take the next damage he takes will be real.
Okay.
So coming down the list, Odin and Jugger.
So
Jugger just did his thing, so it's
Yeah.
Odin's turn.
Yeah, Jugger was out of it. I open the back doors, send Gary and Freaky in to attack the 2 guards that are still in there that aren't unconscious, and I'll follow in to hit whatever one stays up.
Okay.
The
Basically just tearing the guy out of the vehicle and savaging him.
they each get 2 attacks for each action they take.
Okay.
So we got, and they also have a stupid high attack bonus.
They got to roll.
34,
Oh God, yeah.
26, 22, and 18.
Yeah, those are all gonna hit, especially since they're basically not prepared, so they're not getting any of their reflex bonuses.
Yeah, oops, I added that one wrong. That one is 28, sorry. The one was.
It's well past what you needed to hit.
Okay, so they're. I'm gonna have to roll this in a bunch here. One second. So the first one is 5 for the shock die, or not shock die. What do you call that? Trauma die.
Okay, yep, yeah. Their trauma is 8+, so
It's 8+.
yeah,
So I need an
because
8.
their medium armored suits actually provide extra trauma.
Yeah, so I need an 8 on my rolls, right?
Yeah, on your trauma roll, yeah. If you don't get a 8 or higher, then just don't worry about it.
I'm gonna roll all the traumas then.
Yeah.
So I only got 2. So then the damages. So one guy who just gets the 2 normal. I'll assume that's the one that Jugger had punched. He only gets 2, 8, 16 points of damage total from the 2 attacks.
And dies.
Yeah.
Well, almost. Actually, I'm sorry. He's still alive. I'm mad.
He just wishes he was dead.
He's just
The
very
one-
close to death.
And the one that gets bit twice with the 2 traumas, he gets 14 times 3 and 11 times 3.
So you
My
got
Sucks.
8+ on your trauma.
Yeah, there was 2 8s, and then the other 2 failed.
Wow. So how much damage did you get?
74.
Yeah, the first one does a D8 plus 6, and then the second attack is also D8 plus 6 times 3.
Okay. So here's what happens.
These are attack beasts, man. They're
Yeah, yeah. The first one, tears some chunks out of Jugger's target because Jugger pretty much depleted all of his armor
he punched
with
through
that
it.
hit. Yeah, the dog is tearing it up pretty good. The other animal leaps on this very shocked and surprised guy tears his throat out. His head comes loose, goes flying down the pier. Blood sprays all over the interior of the vehicle, the exterior of the vehicle. The dog continues to rip at him, and limbs come flopping off of this guy as he literally comes apart.
Like a chew toy.
Yeah. I mean, it's like...
They are way
like,
more dangerous in melee than I am.
I mean, it's like if you threw a chew toy made out of meat to a pit bull, that's kind of pretty much what just happened. The inside of this vehicle is fucked because it's just like there's blood all over the interior windshields, the seats, everything, the exterior. There's viscera all over the dock. I mean, he hit him for so much damage. I mean, the guy pretty much exploded.
Do we know a guy who can clean this up?
I was just thinking about Pulp Fiction.
You're gonna have to hose him out.
Is there a sign on my door that says "Dead Merc"?
Yeah, they have to truck in hit points. It's a good one, JP.
Hey, I opened the door for him. I did.
Oh, that's nice. I mean,
All right, I have a plan.
Okay, well that's everybody's turn. Now we actually get to the first round of combat. Yoshi gets to go first.
So who's left alive?
Well,
Guy
I'll tell you
outside.
who's not left alive. The guy that just got savaged to death by the dog. Let's see. Well, one guy is busy, getting the hell killed out of him by the dog and Jugger. Another one survived a direct hit from the ambulance's turret. Another guy is sleeping. He's probably the lucky one. He may actually survive this encounter. And the other guy is all over the place, literally. He's surrounding the vehicle by himself.
Okay, so out of those, how many are actually alive?
There's the one
Two.
who's tranked and the one who's in front of the vehicle who got shot by Talus.
Oh, the guy I missed the first time. I'm going to take another
finish
go.
him.
Yeah.
20.
That's a hit.
Okay.
What was your
roll-
trauma? Just out of curiosity. I mean, can it even do enough?
It's D6 plus 3.
It could. You roll high enough.
So I got 7.
No, not quite. His
Do I
armor
add anything
saves him.
to the trauma dice, like my deck,
What?
attack bonus, or anything, or is it just straight trauma dice?
Well, you roll your trauma dice with your damage.
Okay.
And if the trauma dice equals or beats the threshold, then the damage is multiplied.
The trauma dice really add a nice touch to the game because I love the way the fact that it still makes stuff really lethal even at high levels.
So I'm only doing D8 damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every
Okay.
little helps.
Does
much
anything
damage?
get added to the damage dice, or is it just literally the D8?
It's just literally the D8.
You do. You if it's a gunshot, you add your dex. That's what I looked up today.
Okay, I don't have a dex modifier, so it's fine. Yeah, so just 2 damage then.
2 damage?
Yeah.
Wow. His armor takes that. Good armor on this guy. He's not liking life. Okay, so that was Yoshi's turn. Health?
So the truck is now notionally empty. I mean, apart from all the viscera, right?
Well, no. There's one guy standing over. There's one guy that's getting the shit beaten out of him by I mean, that's the driver, is getting the shit beat out of him by Jugger and the dog. The driver would probably appreciate it if you slept him, just so he wouldn't get killed by the dog, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Funnily enough, okay. Yeah, so I'm going to climb up in the seat because I just tranked the guy who was in the rear seat, as it were. So I'm going to haul that guy, depending on how many actions I have, pull this guy out of the seat, clamber up, and try and stick this guy in the neck through, leaning over the seat and stick him in the neck while he's otherwise engaged. But I might not be able to do all those things.
We're not playing 3.5, so yeah, I'm going to rule that you could probably, climb over the seat, maybe kind of shove him out with your foot or something, and still try to jab this guy with your trank.
Okay, any bonus for him being otherwise occupied?
Not really. I mean, he's, trying to defend himself as best he can. Now he's got 3 people on him, or 2 people and a dog.
16 all told, then.
You got a 16 all told?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you'll stab him with a trank, so he's got to make his save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He decides that being unconscious is much, much better than, sitting there and having to feel getting ripped apart by the dog like his friend did, so he'll fail his save. He is now slept. Which is probably a mercy for him, just because it's like, unless the dog and Jugger decide to keep beating on this guy. It is Talus's turn.
I'll give him another round from the cannon.
Okay. God.
18 to hit.
Oh, God, yes.
8 on the trauma dice.
That's trauma.
Okay, so that is 12, 24, 36 damage.
Okay, the second round from the cannon, being stopped by only 1 point of soak, and the rest of it going through. Everybody who was standing over there in that corner of the vehicle is now splattered as this guy basically explodes all over the front of the truck, all over Jugger, all over both dogs, the windshield, the grill, the headlights, and part of the pier. I mean, he got shot with a damn cannon. So, I think the only thing left are a couple of boots with bloody stumps extending from them.
All right.
Which fall over after a half a second.
Fuck that guy in particular.
Yes. So that guy is toast. Okay, so all the guys are down. 2 of them are being slept, but since we could end combat here unless you guys wish to attack the sleeping people.
The one Gary who's attacking the one that's Jugger that got slept. He'll end up killing that guy because he won't know it.
Oh, okay.
If the wolf savaging something, he's not going to know it that the thing's asleep.
Well, except that you have full control over him. But actually,
I don't know it either. I'm in the back of the truck.
Oh. Okay. Well, actually, as it happens, it is Odin's turn, Jugger's turn, and the guard's turn, all at the same time. Unfortunately, the guard is unconscious, so he doesn't get to do anything. So it's between Odin and Jugger what you guys do to him.
You got any zip ties?
We're on a pier, right?
All right, fine.
Yeah, the dog savages that guy to death.
Just roll him off the edge of the pier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've got a ready-made disposal system going on here, right?
Okay, just Odin, do me a favor and just roll your damage real quick. I mean, it's an automatic hit because he's unconscious, but just roll the damage. I'm curious. For all your attacks. And with trauma included.
I'm grim.
5 plus 6 is 11. And if it's trauma, that's 33.
Okay. Here's what happens. So Jugger, looks back over at Health. Hey, you got some zip ties? At about that point, Wolf decides that this guy looks like a Happy Meal And Jugger is like completely covered in everything that was this person. And Health is sitting there splattered with blood as well. I mean, just kind of looking like kind of disgusted, I'm sure, as the both of them are completely sprayed and hosed down with an assortment of internal organs, body parts, fluids, and other things that normally belong inside of a person, but come out when, a vicious cybered-up attack animal destroys them.
Yeah, that's okay. Jugger got the first set from Thalus's explosion.
Yeah. It's like Jugger's going to be, he stops for a minute and has to like pick, a little particle of bone fragment with some skin on it out of his nose.
And I was going to drive this thing.
I mean, most of Health's lower body is fine, but her face now kind of looks like, she went for a dip in, Lady Bathory's, pool. So,
I think me and Talus are the only ones not covered in anything, because I'm still standing behind the door.
Actually, yeah, I was about to say Talus isn't covered in anything because he's inside of the ambulance going, haha.
Yes. So I'm climbing out now.
Yeah, I was the one opening the back door for the dog, so I'm still behind the door.
Yoshi, whips out an umbrella as, like bits of dead guy are raining down across the pier as, the dog shakes him out all over the place.
Oh, that's too funny.
For those of you who have seen it, the League of Gentlemen, Mr. Chinnery the vet, and the exploding dog comes to mind.
All right, once everything's quiet, call the boys back.
Yeah, they come over wagging tails, happily just covered in, drenched in gore. And
good boys, good boys.
Right, you maggots, get in the truck.
I'm not getting that.
Get in the fucking truck.
I'll get in it.
Fine.
How about I go in the ambulance and go in the truck?
Yoshi's like, I'm not getting in there. Fuck you.
Have any of those
I just had my hair and nails done.
Look, have any of those wet naps?
He's gonna take a shitload of wet naps. I could just see, Odin wanders up. Is it moist towelette?
I'm going to put a couple of rounds through the windshield from my head. You'll see.
Okay.
And I'm going to climb in and scoop the limbs and body parts from under the pedals. Right? Then I'm going to pop a smoke grenade. So smoke is pouring out of the vehicle and it's covered in blood.
Oh,
and then I'm going to drive it hell for leather for the compound, repeatedly sounding the horn.
Okay. Did we? I still don't have it figured out. What was the plan there?
We all got in the vehicle. We're letting Talus drive it.
Because the vehicle is covered in blood and body parts and so on, it'll look like we've been under attack. So if I'm fleeing an ambush,
which it was,
second decision, they'll let us in. Hopefully.
I was about to say the dogs actually, destroyed the guy's armor and uniforms too, but the sleeping guy's armor is completely intact and everything. He's just quietly snoring on the pier, just covered in viscera.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they won't have time.
Look at this god. He's just he's sleeping in the puddle of blood.
A few moments later.
Oh, that was too funny.
Okay, so you're driving hellbent for leather in this bloody, fucked up vehicle
with smoke pouring out of it.
And
a fucked up windshield.
Where's Yoshi?
Not in that.
Well, I said get in the fucking truck. So, unless Yoshi got in the fucking truck, Yoshi is on the pier.
Yeah, I'm going to press that guy that's still alive for information.
So he's still on the pier. She's still on the pier.
Yoshi's a he.
I was just double checking. Whichever.
Okay, So everybody else got into the truck and took off. Yoshi's sitting there alone, going, "Now you sleeping person."
Well, I've
Just one
I've
excuse
now
not to
got
get it.
a heal score of 1, so I've got more chance of bringing him about.
It depends slightly on which fiction we're using here, because I use the drugs, the mechanics from the drugs from the Cities Without Number book, but I defer to those of you who know more about it.
No, I mean, you knocked the guy unconscious with drugs. I mean, he is out.
Well, technically, it was a drug called Pillow, which actually simulates death.
Oh, that's
So-
even better. Yoshi's trying to question this guy who's fish flopping around like a fucking corpse, covered in gore and viscera. And all his friends just drove off. Is that what I'm understanding? So Yoshi's all by himself? Wow.
Well,
okay.
This guy's not getting up. I'm going to get in the ambulance and drive back. I can't drive, by the way.
You think my
I
ambulance
always.
is-
Sorry, Grim, your ambulances.
Where are you driving, Yoshi?
Following the vehicle that sped off, I guess.
Oh dear. Okay. So here's what happens. Yeah, the guys at the gate shoot their weapons off in the air. Vagrants scatter as they move them out of the way, and they pull the gates open. Talus, pulls the vehicle in, hell-bent for leather. A couple seconds later, Yoshi shows up, looking like he's in hot pursuit. Everything on the gate opens up on the Ambionaut.
Hope you got good insurance.
Yeah.
I'm not like chasing it. Like I'm
But that's what it looks like.
driving.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. I'm not gonna. Obviously, not going to be speeding along behind it as we come up to the front.
Well, that's the thing. Is like Talus, like he just said, he was going hell-bent for leather, so he was like basically flooring it. So,
Okay, but that would be a suicidal action.
yeah, I was about to say so. Okay, so you want to amend that a little bit, and
Yeah, I'm driving behind it to get to the compound. I'm not fucking flooring it into the compound as though I'm chasing it.
okay. Well, yeah, the truck will get inside the compound, and they'll get the doors shut and secured, and guys are rushing around to secure the perimeter to make sure that nobody's coming after them.
So that would just leave Yoshi outside. Off the
Yeah, I mean,
side.
Yoshi's
Yeah.
just kind of stuck outside in the ambulance going, okay.
Getaway driver.
Yeah.
Right, so inside, is there an obvious vehicle garage or motor pool or anything in here?
I mean, yeah, you've seen where they make their deliveries.
Okay, so drive headlong into that.
Okay. Yeah, they'll scramble to get the garage door open and get you in.
I'll brake at the last possible moment and lob another couple of smoke grenades out, and then disembark over the comm. All right, out.
Okay,
All
so
right.
to be clear, you actually pulled inside the motor pool, or you did not?
Inside the motor pool.
Okay. So now there's big thick clouds of smoke inside the motor pools, shouting chaos.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we disembark. And what's the inside like? Apart from it'll take a moment for the smoke to fill out. So,
I was about to say, yeah, right now it's kind of smoky.
but what did it look like as we came in?
Is a good sized garage with a mechanic pit, a door leading out, lots and lots of tools, like full fabrication. And now it's all obscured by smoke, and you hear voices, and shouting, and
Right. So down into the pit. and I will disembark as the smoke billows out and drop down into the mechanics pit.
Okay.
All right, I follow.
Yeah, I jump out the back doors with Gary and Freaky.
Okay.
We
that
now
leaves-
Freaky and Deaky.
Yeah.
And
Well,
health.
one second. Well, I jump out. I'm gonna use my assumed command, drone command to hover my flying drone above us.
Above the building.
Yeah, above the building.
Have
a circle. I get
Okay.
one on-turn action as to assume command to use that action. It's basically to control the drone.
Okay. You lose comms with your drone as you hear what sounds like the very familiar sound of a of God farting. Like the from somewhere outside, very loud.
Okay, was it damaged or?
Well, like I said, you completely lost comms with it completely. It's like it's totally offline.
Okay.
All right.
Yoshi, from outside, you could see what happened. You saw the drone pull up over the compound. The roof-mounted anti-aircraft gun went off and kind of turned it into drone chunks.
I thought there was no, because we already went across the roof to see if there was anything there before. The first time I flew. the drone.
I guess they weren't on combat alert then.
Yeah, they weren't on. Yeah, they didn't have like a situation going on. They had rooftop defenses.
Well, if I knew they had a rooftop
What
defense,
happens
I would
to
have flown
the-
over there. But
What happens to
That's
the
all right.
bomb when they fall on it? Because it's just been shot down
yeah,
while
yeah,
carrying bombs.
because it has 3 bombs on it now. So
Well, those probably exploded real loud,
depends where it
making
is.
everybody even more uncomfortable. I'm not sure how low the drone was over the compound.
So, sure. I'm specifically genetically engineered for like chemical and biological warfare,
Mhm.
and I have cyber eyes with infravision and low light vision, dictating membranes, filter systems so I can breathe the smoke with no issue. I don't know if anyone else has optics or anything, but can I stick my head up out of the trench and try and get a better read on the situation and exits from the room?
Yeah, you could probably lead everybody out with the smoke.
Okay. Are there any doors from here into the main structure, or is it only out of the motor pool?
There's doors out of the motor pool, and then there's doors into the main structure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Form a human chain, holding hands.
Holding hands.
Everyone, buddy up, and then lead them up to the way into the main building.
All right. Yeah, you'll snake your way through the main building. There's kind of some chaos happening as a lot of people are kind of moving up front to see what's going on. So you can definitely hear like some kind of alarm klaxons going off.
Do I pass by a fire alarm or anything?
Yeah, they have fire alarms here.
I'll smash that with my elbow on the way past.
Now you've got a fire alarm going off as well.
Chaos, panic, disorder. My work here is done. Can we get through the door into the interior of the compound? Then
You're in the interior of the compound.
okay.
Can
All
I
right.
inform the comms hearing all of this stuff going on and just say, do you want me to keep the engine running?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if you can ghost us on the net and keep the engine running for an escape. All right, everyone, take a second. So, where are we now?
You've ducked into a small room that was located off the main corridor. I figure, just to kind of get out of, line of sight and, whatever smoke and stuff is there.
Yeah.
So you're in an isolated room. Looks kind of like some kind of office or something. But it's a good place to plan your next move. You can definitely hear that there is chaos. You're not sure how long that'll last, though. But that a lot of people are probably rushing down to that motor pool right now.
Is there any? I don't know what the building used to be, but is there a layout diagram or anything?
Somewhat. I mean, what are you looking for?
Well, the chrome obviously wasn't in the garage/motor pool, so
No.
any other medical or technical rooms, or if anyone else has any ideas, the responsibility is starting to get too much for me.
Basement is the only idea I have. But yeah, any kind of medical rooms, but there's just so many. I don't know where to start.
T-shirt.
Mhm.
Is there anything that Geary or Freaky smell that's unusual?
I mean, this whole place kind of smells unusual. I mean,
Well, we're looking for cybernetics, so the smell of human, cut open.
We are all drenched in gore, so that might not be the
that's
best.
what I was
Yeah.
about to say. It's
Yeah,
like-
but I mean, canines can tell the difference between one and
Yeah.
another. So
well, normally they can. I think I know what you're after. Let's see. Do they have any kind of tracking or anything?
they're wolves, yeah. Yeah, they just get a +3 skill. It doesn't give them a specific one. It's just everything covered by being a wolf.
Yeah.
Skill
Okay.
+3.
Then, have them make a skill check. Just one for both, though, please.
One skill check for both.
Yeah, because otherwise it gets to be ridiculous. Because it's kind of like, okay, well, I'll get my second check.
Yep.
Mhm.
So a total of 9. 6 + 3.
There is definitely a kind of a weird combination of stink, cybernetics, antiseptics, and other viscera and things coming from deeper inside the building.
Okay, so I'll tell us that, and I'll start following the dogs there.
I'll pull out my semi-automatic shotgun, and I'll keep watch for anybody popping out.
I also unlimber my Titan.
Okay.
I'm going with the pistol in my right hand and my combat knife in my left.
All right. So-
and follow the puppy.
Okay.
Do any other characters actually have any military training?
Yeah, my guy.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Not military, but I do have combat training.
I would have thought health's qualities were amply clear.
Well, yes. I wasn't going to ask you directly. All right, fine.
More of a broad.
All right.
All right.
Yes. So Talos is moving like a trained military operative. Anyway, so
Talos, do you want me
Yeah.
to take point with the big gun?
you take the rear. I trust you there. And if anyone major comes after us, it's going to be from behind. So
All right. I'll lead in front of you with the dogs, though.
yeah.
All right. I have just run out of coffee. We are 2 hours and 34 minutes into this. This is a great time for me to go get some coffee and take a pee break, and I figure it's a good time for all of you guys
Sure.
as we get onto the second
Really
part
cool.
of this.
Good.
So shall we break for 10?
Yep.
Hmm.
All right, then. Everybody, we'll put you in the back, and we'll see you in 10.
searching for you. I'm still searching for you. From dirt to the sky, I'm still searching for you. 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 I'm still from dirt to the sky. I'm still searching for you.
All right, everybody back.
Yep.
I am.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So, we last left our edge runners. We were creeping through the compound base. There's, like I said, alarms going off everywhere, chaos. Trying to take advantage of that while it lasts. You,
Right. Following the dogs.
Yes.
you love how you changed your... It's about right.
Good movie.
Nice picture.
um. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Might as well start rolling them random encounters to see whether or not run into anybody along the way. There's always a chance. Okay. Well, as you're making your way through the vehicle or through the building, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a couple of the blood posse members that are heading down the hallway. You know, towards the sound of the alarm klaxons and stuff. They've got a pair of fire extinguishers, and they kind of look a little surprised to see you guys. Shall we roll initiative real quick?
Yes.
Yes. All right. They have a 19. Yoshi gets to go first, but he's outside, so don't know that he can do much.
I will keep the engine running.
Okay. So, health, what'd you get?
13.
Odin?
14.
Talus?
20.
10.
10. Okay. Big 20 gets to go first.
They're holding fire extinguishers.
And, well, I mean, they are armed, of course, but, yeah, they're holding fire extinguishers.
I shoot one of the fire extinguishers.
Okay.
Right. So. 11 only.
That's enough to hit a fire extinguisher. Fire extinguishers kind of explode when they're shot, don't they?
Yes.
Yes.
And
All
spray
right.
everything with foam.
Yep. Okay,
And
so
that's
everyone
what
gets they get hosed with foam.
What does the explosion do to them?
Damage.
Would
I will say that just to keep it simple, the exploding fire extinguisher blows through all their soak on their armor. But that's about it.
Okay.
Oh, and drenches them in foam, of course.
Yeah.
And turns the hallway white.
We're having a phone party without me.
Yes.
Okay, what's
All right.
the next?
Next was actually them. So, Talus, you were the first guy in line and the first one who opened up on them, so they're going to shoot back.
Yeah.
So let me see what I got here. Hold on, just arranging all my stuff here. I'm kind of guessing that natural 3, even with his pluses, is not going to hit you.
Let me see. My ranged AC is 24.
And this other guy rolled a 1. So, yeah,
He
apparently
accidentally shoots me with the fire extinguisher.
no. But apparently the foam got into their eyes and they're shooting blindly. So that was their turn, and feel extremely lucky at my poor rolls.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! It is now Odin's turn.
Gary and Freaky, you'll take them down.
Yes, they probably will. Okay.
Yep.
Deal.
Uh,
Good.
27, 22, 22, 18.
Yeah, that's gonna hit all day long.
Yeah, they get a plus 10. They get their 8 starting plus 2 because they're my drone control.
Uh-huh.
So, still 8s I need for the trauma.
Yeah.
Okay. No 8s. So the first guy takes a total of 20 between 2 attacks,
No, he can't.
and the second guy takes a total of 22 between 2 attacks.
No, he also cannot. So yeah, they both die horribly, screaming for their mom and everything else as the hallway becomes it's kind of like that scene out of the beginning of Conan where the two dogs are tearing up Conan's dad, except way worse.
I look back over my shoulder grimly and say, they're part Chihuahua, aren't they?
And I give the dogs a mental command to continue.
Okay.
Keep leading us.
All right.
Because if not, they're going to sit there and just chew on those guys.
Yeah, they're quite dead. All right. You will come to a elevator. What they're sniffing at the elevator.
Is there a basement floor?
Mhm.
All right, everybody squeeze in.
Okay.
Can we all fit in?
Yeah, easily.
Are there
This is
stairs, though?
what?
Are there stairs, though?
If you look around, I'm sure there are probably, but this is an elevator.
Yeah, it's also a box with a door on it. I don't know
Yeah.
if I want to be stuck in one going down.
It's up to you.
I'll take a quick look, like, half second. Is there one or no?
What, staircase?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, there's a
let's
door
check.
nearby that's got staircase written on it.
We'll take the stairs.
Fine.
I'm also going to hit the elevator to go down, just for a distraction.
I think.
Well, we're in the elevator.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's just
shit. I thought we
Odin's
were
decided to
taking
take the stairs.
Okay.
You guys can take the stairs. I'm taking the lift.
Odin and the wolves are going down the stairs.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll follow. Shotgun drone.
All right.
You'll follow shotgun drone.
I'll follow with my shotgun drone.
Drawn.
Drone.
Drone.
Okay. I
Sorry.
thought for a minute it's a shotgun drone. What?
Yeah. Saying drawn, not drone.
Okay. Well, okay. You guys all meet down there at the basement. The only difference is I guess Talus and Health had some nice elevator music on their way down. What is that? Girl from Ipanema?
The Imperial Death March played on the marimbas.
Oh God. At least it wasn't a kazoo.
Well, have the wolves continue to lead us.
Okay. Yeah, you'll pass a few smaller rooms, and they'll stop at kind of a large door. Looks like a pretty good sized security door.
So that looks like what they're aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, check the door. Can we open it? Is it locked or sealed or anything?
Yeah, it's passcoded and stuff. If you had Yoshi down here, he might be able to crack it.
What's it made out of?
Something secure.
Yep. I say step back, and I have the Titan rig pull over my shoulder and start popping it full of holes.
So you're basically using the heavy machine gun on the door.
Yeah. Instant door opener. Knock, knock.
Well, I mean, kinda. I mean, it's still a heavy door. It's
Well, wherever the lock is for it, I just blow the shit out of it.
And
Yeah.
everything behind the door.
No, again.
I was about to say, it's like anybody on the other side. Well, the door is heavy enough that yeah, the bullets are not going to go all the way through. But yeah, you'll blow through an entire mag getting through that door. 'Cause it's a big, heavy, sturdy security door. It's designed to stop things like blasts.
Okay.
Yeah, after thoroughly making a mess out of it, you're kind of having to pry it open almost. But you'll get it open. As soon as you do, you're greeted with a hail of gunfire.
How many of them are there? Or how many, if I can get a peek out?
Well, there are two guards who are stationed, to where they are, kind of using the edges of the door as cover, and opening up is pretty much on the first person who opens the door, which I guess in this case is Odin. Let me get their attack rolls out of the way. All right, let's see. 7 and 11. 14's not going to hit you, is it?
No, 22 ranged.
Okay, then this 18's not going to hit you either. Okay. So yeah, they hose the corridor and manage to miss you. So you've got a combat going on. We'll just stay with initiatives.
We put Stalos first, right?
Yep, Talus goes first. They're using the doorways as cover, so they have slightly better AC.
You have any grenades?
Sorry, no.
Well, tell us you're first, so.
Aren't we in a different part of the building than him?
Nope.
No, you rejoined each other.
Oh, okay.
Is Jim still there?
I don't know.
'Cause he's-
Hello? My
Yes.
mic came unplugged. Okay.
Oh.
There we go.
So you went down the stairs. We came down in the lift. So the lift door's open. What do we actually see from where we are as compared to where they are? They're under fire.
Yeah, there's a
Oh.
big hardened door, that is pass coded, so we can't get through it. It's a reinforced door. So I used my heavy machine gun to blow out the lock of it to push it open. The guys inside fired at me, and now it's your action.
Okay. What's in the
Target.
room?
Okay, well, you can't really see what's in the room so much as there is a room beyond it, but your immediate concern is the fact that there are 2 guards who are using the doorway as half cover. So you have a -2 mod.
Yeah, I did ask if you had grenades, but
I have 2 smoke grenades left, but that's not much use to us. Is there anything I can use for cover in there?
You're kind of in an open hallway. I mean, you could duck into some of the doorways of some of the doors here.
what about the doors themselves? 'Cause can you
Well,
grab
yeah,
the
I mean,
end of the door and hide behind it?
Yeah, it's basically what you're doing is you're using the doors to give yourself cover, and they're using the doorway also as cover.
Okay. Well, then I will exit the lift, dive across the corridor to the opposite side, and take cover in the door space.
Right?
And I will slot away my pistol and knife and unsling my Rostovic.
Okay.
Time for the big boys.
Okay. So that's your action.
Yep.
We go to them. They're continuing to open fire. Like I said, the first thing they saw was Odin, so they're taking a shot at him first. His AC is super high, but wow. With the 19 on my roll, I actually managed to hit. What is your trauma?
Trauma target is 8.
Okay. Then they do not inflict trauma, but you will take 11 points of damage.
Okay, that comes off my armor soak first, right?
Right.
So my armor soaked it all.
Actually, it's 12 points of damage. I'm sorry. It's
Right,
11
still
plus
soaked it
1.
all. Yeah, it still soaked it.
Okay.
I only got 3 left on soak though.
Wait, what are you using?
Remember, I said what I spent money on was to add absorption pads and trauma dampeners to my reinforced longbow.
Oh,
It
okay.
has-
So it's got a
total of 15 for armor soak.
wow. So yeah, it's got a lot of soak. Yeah, it's got as much soak as a heavy armored suit,
Yeah, and it's
unmodified.
and with the customization, it's got a total, and the reinforced joints, it has a total ME of 20 and 22 with all my other bonuses.
Mm-hmm. All right. Just checking. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Your armor pretty much saved your life, I think. So,
Mhm.
which is what it's supposed to do. So that was their turn. It is.
Should be me next.
Yeah. It is your turn next.
Gary, Freaky, kill him.
So the 2 animals are gonna rush them.
Yep.
Okay. Rush.
Wow. Okay, so this is one of the lower ones I've actually rolled. 21, 19, 18, 17.
Those all hit.
Okay. I'll do all the traumas first again.
Okay.
So if it's assuming it's 8 again,
It is 8+.
there's only one that's a trauma.
Okay.
So I'll roll that one separately.
Okay.
So the first guy takes a total of 8, 15, 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second guy's really getting it because 8 and 4 is 12 times 3 is what? 36 plus another 8.
Okay. The
So
first
42.
guy will actually survive the savaging that the dog gives him because his armor saved him. The other guy who got hit with trauma hasn't got a hope in hell, so he gets torn apart by the dog.
Okay, and I'll step through and stab the guy with my big sword, advanced big sword,
Okay. You can roll.
which is 5, 19 total.
Yes.
No trauma. But I still do 15. What's my bonus? Plus 2. 17 damage.
Yeah. You'll pretty much slice him in half.
All right. Does it look clear?
Well, I mean, those are the only two guys shooting at you.
Talos is clear.
All right. Keep the gun raised and move up.
Okay. I'll have Gary and Freaky go along the sides of Talos.
Yeah, you guys will enter a large chamber that appears to be like a combination of an operating theater and some kind of a odd storage bay type thing. You can see that strapped to some heavy-duty cyber implantation tables are several homeless people having various things being done to them by a couple of guys. There are rows of kind of coffin-shaped kind of container type things all around the room, kind of like lined up against the wall with the power running to them, as well as a lot of what look like tubing and stuff being fed out of lines from something in the ceiling. These guys look a little surprised to see you. They do have weapons in there, kind of like hiding behind the tables because, you know, obviously the guards just got wasted. But effectively, if you take a shot at them, you do run a pretty good chance of hurting the homeless guys on the table, who look like they're being rigged up with all kinds of cybernetic implantations.
Can I try and intimidate, even though I don't have I am untrained in talk? Just gonna try and make myself really scary, crackle both my fists, just say, drop it, it's over.
I'll let you.
Alright. So on 2d6, that it's 4.
You peasants, drop it, please, now, or I will whistle at you. Yeah, didn't quite work like you wanted.
Gary, Freaky, take him down.
Okay, so we start another combat, huh?
I let the dogs. Well, they're busy talking to him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. 1 second. Let's roll for initiatives really quick, just because other members of the party may want to do something before you you know.
Yoshi.
Everybody, please.
Yoshi could just go first, right?
Yes, but Yoshi's not down here.
Oh, that's right.
Well, still might want to do something.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the engine running.
Yep.
Got a
16.
19. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
19.
19, and you got a 16.
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
8.
8. Okay. Well, fortunately, perhaps in this case, Odin goes last, apparently. So that may actually allow him a chance to call the dogs off so you guys can talk to them. But that's going to be up to you guys. Jugger, you literally get to go first.
Alright. If I can go first. They didn't seem receptive to me before, so I'm guessing they're not going to be receptive to any questions now.
I mean, at this point, nothing has happened to them. I mean, like, nobody's opened fire on them or anything, so there is still a chance to de-escalate this by talking.
Is Yoshi our best talker?
But he's not here.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of funny if you were asking, if you were relaying by comms, hey Yoshi, what am I supposed to say?
All right, yeah. Tap into my silent comms, my head comms. Yoshi, we've got homeless in the basement being operated on with the chrome that we were told to come down here and confiscate. What do I need to say to these guys to get them? Do they look like doctors?
Yeah, they look like cyber docs.
What do I need to say to these rippers to get them to back off? I already told them. Oh.
I mean, they're presumably being paid pretty well by this military operation. What could we do to make them back off? I'm not sure.
Well, you only got 6 seconds to relay it, so.
All right, listen. Whoever's paying you is out of business. I can hook you up with a severance check, but you're gonna have to play ball.
Okay,
How's
so you're gonna
that sound?
try another talk roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
True roll.
3. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, bonus for me helping.
Yeah, I mean, you might get a couple of bonuses from you helping, but still, it's like, either his delivery just doesn't sound that great coming from a guy who's like completely covered head to toe in gore. I mean, after they, watch these 2 dogs and this crazy, gory-looking homeless person just, murder 2 of the guards in like the bloodiest fashion possible.
Hey, I'm smelly and dirty, but I am not covered in gore. I was behind the door.
You just cut a guy in half with a big ass
now
sword.
I'm covered in gore. But
Yeah.
I wasn't previously.
If you know a trick to not splattering yourself in blood while doing that, I'd love to hear it.
I was referring to the previous event.
Oh, okay. So we go down to health.
I'm presuming we have little sort of broadcasting smartphone technology, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? You've got all the medical knowledge, right?
Yes, but I don't care about that right now.
Oh, okay.
Because what I want to do is, if your enemies are sustaining a hearts and minds operation, then it seems to me it would be quite a good thing to undermine that. So I'm going to get out my little camera recording device, and I'm going to broadcast the images of these poor fuckers strapped down and being medicalized within an inch of their lives. I'm going to broadcast the footage to Yoshi, and I'm going to offer a running commentary, which is going to be, this is what your benefactors ask in exchange. Is it really worth the price? Etc., etc. With the idea that Yoshi should then be able to broadcast it more widely.
Ah. Really cool. Ping for you. All right. Let's see. We are down to, after this is Talus.
Uh-oh.
Are these medics stopping what they're doing?
Well, I mean, they haven't had a chance. I mean, they were stopping what they were doing. I mean, because they pretty much were taking cover behind the tables with, weapons drawn after,
Okay.
somebody blew their door off and
I
killed their guards.
will move around to get a better angle on them, keep my gun trained on them.
Okay. I guess that's possible. I mean, it is a big operating theater, like a very big one. Like,
Yeah.
it's a big ass like storage space. However, there's no, storage being done down here except for people.
Yeah.
Cybernetic
either way.
theater, apparently.
Move forward and around.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're just basically jockeying for position for right now.
Yeah.
All right.
And if anyone pops their head up, I pop their head.
Okay. We're down to the two.
So they're under my
Cyberdogs.
control. Yeah, they're under my control. So I yell to these two cyberdocs.
The two cyberdogs get to go before you do.
I thought you said they already went.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then they get to go.
Yeah, they get to go before
The
you do.
dogs go on the same turn as me.
Yeah, but they get to go before you.
Yeah.
These guys do.
Well, no, you just mentioned this. You said dogs, so I assume that was my turn.
I think he said docs.
Oh,
Doc.
I thought you said dogs. Okay.
Docs. The
No, I thought you
docs.
said dogs.
No. I mean, they've still got guns trained since nobody's attacking them yet. Yeah, I mean, they look a little bewildered. They're like, guys, I don't know what this is all about, but can you just let us leave? We'll leave. I mean, you know, obviously this operation's compromised. We'd really like to just go now. The other guy has some kind of button held up and what looks like a dead man's switch, ready to let it go. Odin, it's your turn.
So to the two cyberdocs, I say, just drop your weapons. Don't push that dead man switch or release it, and you don't become dog food. How's that for a deal?
They've got to wait till their turn to answer. So
Yeah, and I have the dogs wait, obviously.
okay. Yoshi, what you got going on? You technically you're kind of involved in this now since you're getting broadcast everything that's going on from health. So you get to go first.
I'm still just keeping the engine warm until anyone asks me a question.
Oh, okay. Then Jugger.
We're kind of at a standstill. All right. They want to go. All right. Go, but you leave. Hand me that switch. What does it do?
Health.
As long as the situation clearly isn't escalating, she's going to keep doing what she's doing, keeping up the running commentary. But she will, as an aside, say that it might be useful if we can get a confession from these guys on camera before they leave. As she's filming the bodies, she will take a professional interest in exactly what is being done here.
She can roll medical knowledge.
All right. 2d6. Heal plus... just a heal skill, are we saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heal plus intelligence. 1, 2, 3. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11.
The stuff that they're being outfitted with is obviously some of the older cybernetics and things. But a lot of the stuff they're getting is also, combat-ready implants and things, which is probably not made by the same company. What kind of concerns you is some of the lines going into all these, coffin-shaped things are very obviously feeding tubes. Like, protein and all that kind of stuff, salines and things. So whatever's inside these coffins is something that needs to be fed oxygen, food, and liquids, and power.
Okay. Doesn't matter whether it's streaming or not. The angle she's going to go for is you, the free people of this city, are being conscripted into an army against your will. Look at these poor souls, etc., etc. I'm just trying to undermine as much as possible the charity.
Gotcha. Okay, Talus. By the way, I should mention, Talus, in your bid to kind of outmaneuver these guys and find a better position, is actually bringing you closer to the coffins.
Can I see what's in them? I am a medic as well.
The cases look like they're frosted over a little bit, so you'd have to like wipe off one of the glasses.
Okay, well, things seem mostly under control at the moment, so I will wipe some of the frost with my hand and have a quick glance and then back to the guide.
What's inside looks like, well, you wouldn't know if it was a homeless person now, because whoever's in there is really heavily borged out, probably to a level that if it's not quite cyberpsychosis, it's really close. And all the, you could see now that they have feeding tubes plugged into them and stuff, basically keeping them alive, sedated, and keeping their implants charged up.
Instant cyber psycho with cheap old tech.
Yeah.
Can we? Are we still in initiative or?
Yeah, we're still in initiative order. So on their turn, they will advance away from the tables. The one guy's still holding the dead man switch really clearly. It's like, I'm not gonna let go. I'm saying, he'll be like, I'm hanging on to this until I get clear of this facility. Shoot me.
Does that go to those? I point to the coffins.
You'll find out what it goes to if I let go. Now back off. The other guy puts his gun down. But they're both moving towards the doors. I mean, they're not there yet, but they'll make it. They'll be able to get through it next round unless somebody stops them. Which leads us down to Odin's turn.
All right. So they're heading towards the doors I'm still standing at?
Yeah, where everybody, all of y'all are still pretty much standing at, except for Talus, who is...
All right. So I move up with the one with the remote, and I've got the two dogs coming around. I'm like, if you want to leave, just whatever that remote is controlling, give it to us. Give you my word, I'll let you out of here. If you don't, your death is going to be nasty. I'll just let the dogs tear you to pieces. Please, just give it to me.
Yoshi?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not in there.
Okay. Jugger?
All right. I let him go.
All right.
Well, they can't leave because me and the dogs are in the way right now. So.
Oh no, I'm aware. I'm just.
You mean you're not going to kill them or something?
Yeah.
You're not going to attack them. You just.
If they want to go, they can.
Yeah,
go.
we're basically waiting to see if they're going to calm down and fork over the remote, and then we'll let them leave without hurting them.
Well, I still have to do this by initiatives because, if somebody does something. Health?
Still filming, moving round to the pod that Talus has partially revealed the interior of. Give them a nice, good close-up. Give the world a nice, good close-up of that. This is your fate. This is what you'll become.
Yeah, you can definitely recognize what's going on, or what's going on with these guys. Talus, it's your turn. This is also your opportunity to let the rest of the party know what's in these things.
They're borging out these homeless guys. They're going to use them as human bombs, I expect. Let them go psycho in public spaces. I then narrow my eyes and squint. Is it actually a dead man switch that this guy is holding? Because he seemed to have it awfully quickly. Or is it like a test tube or a...
Lighter taped to a pen.
yeah. Or
It
nothing
does-
at all.
It does appear to be some kind of a remote to something. I
TV
guess I could give
remote.
you. I mean, you never know. He could be bluffing. You could always take a knowledge check or something.
Notice?
Yeah, I'll give you a notice check.
Okay. Is that intelligence?
Or wisdom, whichever's better.
8.
It does seem to control something. You're not quite sure. It's not like a television remote. It does look like it's pretty complex, whatever it is.
A dead man switch doesn't need to be complex.
Well, like I said, for a dead man switch, it does look pretty complex, but it does kind of look like it's like, yeah, if he lets go, something is going to happen. You're not sure what.
How difficult to make a cold shot to the device?
Good question. Let me see. I'm gonna take a look at my modifiers. I think I would call it like a -4. It's basically like,
Okay. I drop into like an aiming kneel and aim. Say, hey. Okay.
okay, so you're
Aiming.
taking a
Yeah, so dropping down to have a more stable platform to shoot.
right.
Like taking the turn to aim at his hand and saying, "Hey, you with the switch." Draw his attention back towards me, but I'm not shooting yet.
Okay. So I'll cut the penalty back to -2. So are you like holding an action or?
Yeah, ready to shoot next turn if
Okay. Well, if okay, you were probably like the last line of defense on that one. So if
well,
nobody
if
else,
if
they
he's going to get
will,
away, I'll take the shot.
Yeah, they will get away on their turn if.
Okay, then I'll fire.
Okay, so take the shot.
And that is a 23.
Wow.
D3. Okay. You will deal damage. Let's see how much damage you actually do. Could be.
Okay, so trauma 8.
Ooh.
Is that enough?
Okay. What kind of gun is it?
Rostovik Kolak combat rifle. And it just did
Trauma damage?
39 points of damage if it's trauma.
It is. Okay. So,
That's a lot.
that's a lot of damage. Okay, so here's what happened. You pull the trigger. You were probably just wanting to get one shot off.
It's only a semi-auto. It doesn't do full auto.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, you'll get your one shot off. God, how did this even happen? The shot goes through the guy's finger into the remote, triggering that and destroying it at the same time. The bullet continues traveling through. This guy was just wearing like some light armor clothing type shit. Punches a hole straight through his heart and lungs. He'll gasp and like gurgle up some blood and drop to his knees and fall down. As both the switch drops and when the switch drops and opens, but it's destroyed, you will hear a muffled crump sound coming from all the different coffins.
Ah, bollocks.
Yep.
I had a feeling.
Yep. He dies. The other guy who already put his pistol down, it's his turn, will run out the room.
Okay. Can I shout run as well?
It's Odin's turn, but yes, you could shout that.
How are the coffins laid out?
They're like pushed up against the walls, hooked into various tubing and things from coming up from.
But I mean, are they against one wall or?
No, they're against 3 walls. There's a lot of them.
Sorry, I'm gonna need to head off, guys.
All right.
It is getting kind of late, but we're about to stop anyway, I think.
All right. Well, I'll step back and try to get the biggest wedge I can, and use the automatic fire and just try to hit as many of the tubes and power things and stuff for the coffins as I can. And before I pull the trigger, I yell down so people can use their reaction to drop.
Okay, so you're basically destroying all the feeding tubes and.
Yeah, hopefully I can destroy their air tubes and stuff before they can, get released. Maybe
Okay.
someone will die.
Okay.
I don't know if the chambers themselves are armored, or I would have shot into the chambers, but
Yeah, and it's a good assumption that whatever those chambers are probably resilient enough to withstand some gunfire. You'll basically destroy the whole thing because it's all pretty much you can see the little central thing up at the top where it's all coming out of. You guys are showered in in feeding nutrients and other things, saline.
yeah, more fun.
Yeah, more fun. You guys are gonna get wet. Okay. Back up at the top of the round. Like I said, you heard crump coming from all the different coffins. What now, Jugger? Oh, actually, you know what? Health, you were standing pretty close to one, weren't you?
I certainly was.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you saw what happened. As soon as the remote was kicked over, the person inside the coffin, their head went boom, kind of exploding messily on the inside of the coffin.
Okay. Brief sort of end of Die Hard moment. Tell me you got that, she says, filming this. But then, of course, immediately over her shoulder comes the cry of "down" from Odin. So she's going to fling herself to the floor as the bullets start flying.
Okay. So anyway, back to Jugger.
How many coffins are there?
Lots.
All right.
You could still shoot the scientist dude or the cyberdoc. You see his ass as he's moving down the hallway.
All right. I'll blow this cyberdoc away.
Okay, take a shot.
Let's see. Uh, 22.
Yes, that will hit. he is not as resilient as the security guys. So
6 on the trauma and 7 damage. No, 8 damage.
deal trauma. So how much is that with trauma?
18 plus 8, 19, 20, 20.
Yeah, he'll
Six,
squirt
26.
all over the hallway as your shotgun basically tears him in half.
Gonna turn that around. Everyone in the elevator.
Well, combat is effectively over at this point. That was the last hostile in the area.
Yeah, I just want to get us all out of here before these things start popping open.
Yeah, flee.
Does health tell us what you saw? Because that would make a difference to our actions.
It would. So I'm waiting to hear if anybody, what everybody's doing.
Help health up and flee.
I'm going to check what's in the coffins.
Exploded people, former homeless.
So when I see the first one, I realize, oh, so it wasn't going to release them. It was offing them. I go check the others to make sure that was the case for all of them.
Yeah. Basically, it was the self-destruct switch.
It's
I
still
realize
time
that.
to leave.
Okay, so we still need to find the stuff, right? That we have to recover.
Okay.
Some of it's on these guys, but
I was about to say, I think you found it. It's all-
Health.
Yeah.
Looks like they've got what we need. I hold up an arm with a old augment on it.
We were looking for a truckload of parts, right?
Yeah.
like
Does it in my approximation, would this room account for that entire shipment?
Oh, there's lots of parts in this room. Many truckloads of parts in this room. You figure they probably were not just hitting this company's shipments, but they were probably hitting other ones too.
Well, it's all about speed versus completion of the job, then, gentlemen.
I was about to say, I'm not sure how you would get it all out, but
if we want to find, a couple of wheelbarrows and take the time, I guess. But
well, let Talos make the call since he's the one who set the job up.
Well, if the operations bust and they know it, they might leave. We could call our corporation contact in to pick it up.
Well, we can do a room by room too and make sure they leave.
I don't think we can take them all on. We've been lucky so far. Can I get a signal out to Canvas?
yeah.
All right. Well, give him the skinny and the link to Health's broadcast. What do you want us to do here? There's too much to take out, and the mercs hopefully currently leaving. What do you want us to do?
I'd get out of there, guys. We'll reckon up accounts later.
Fine. All right. Let's hustle.
Yeah, up above, it's pretty much chaos as these guys are pulling out, in their armored vehicles and jeeps and everything else that they had up here, stowed in the motor pools. The homeless people are running everywhere to and fro.
Well, I guess we can just wait and let them leave. That might be the safest course of action. Just find somewhere to hole up, make sure
Well,
no
you-
one steals the remaining cyber gear.
Well, you know that Yoshi's out there with the vehicle warmed up for you.
Yeah. Yosh, bring the ambulance in.
Yeah, he'll run it right through the gates as, you know, the other vehicles are taken off.
All right. So tell Canvas to call the corporation and tell them where their gear is and that we'll secure the site. Also, I want to tip off Network News 54 with the link to the broadcasts and bring them in so they can see what was being done in the basement.
All right. Well, how it wraps up then is the corporation, you know, Dapper Pixie Cybernetics, is, of course, upset about the loss of their stuff, but they do manage to recover some of it, you know, after the police end up raiding the place. In good faith, they do decide to go ahead and pay you out for, you know, the full amount, the 200 thou. Hang on just a
What's that
second.
work out to each?
Hold on.
T-shirt. Is there while they're fleeing and we're just walking around securing the place, do I find a way up to the roof?
The roof of the building?
Yep.
I mean, if you want to take out extra time, I guess you can, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a way up to the roof of the building and go find whatever it was that they used to take my drone down.
Well, you will find a mount for a Gatling gun that was up there. It's like like an anti-aircraft gun type thing to set up to stop things like not just drones, but also things like who are those guys? Max Tac
So they
coming
didn't-
in.
They had enough time to take it off.
Yeah, they pulled everything.
These guys are really competent for a new gang.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What makes you think Militech, Talus?
The gear, the operations, the main company that's allied with the new USA and is most directly in competition with Arasaka. Who kind of guarantee NorCal's independence and Night City in particular.
All right.
Well, it's a couple of days before you guys get your payouts. After the mission payout and a finder's fee, along with the news coverage, everybody gets exactly 100,000 eddies.
Nice.
All right.
Someone be sure to tell Simon that.
And XP?
That's going to this next. Hold on. But yeah, basically their whole thing was they were outfitting these guys with all the cybernetics, and we're going to basically loose them on targets of their choosing. And because their tech was so low tech, they figured, hackers like the Voodoo Boys and others would not be easily able to stop them or use their quick hacks and things to bring them down. So they could actually get more of a rampage going. Okay. Everybody gets 3 XP. Grim, you and Neil both get 1 extra apiece, so you guys get 4 for extra stuff that you guys did.
Cool.
All right.
And you guys have an extra fixer now if you choose to keep canvas on. But you have an enemy now out there. Because God Hand will remember this.
That's right. We have Dog Hand.
Yes, Dog Hand. All right. Well, there we go.
Cool and the gang.
Yep. So
Are we on fast leveling or slow leveling?
I give you guys fast leveling. So.
Oh, okay.
That's the one on the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was actually prepared to let these guys go as as monsters to fight basically if they had managed to get them activated before you guys stopped them, but they for some reason figured it's like, oh, these guys are worth more if we kill them, so they'll want to save them, or they must be here to save all these people. They didn't realize you were here to save the tech. But yeah, they had basically dead man switches, kill switches, and stuff put into them because what's the point of having these human bombs if you can't stop them?
The old super soldier problem.
Yeah.
I made a walking nuke and I don't know what to do with it.
Yep. I've got a walking nuke, but I have a way to deactivate it permanently.
I'm going to put my 100,000 on the first half of paying down Wired. T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean?
You can buy off the Wired. What do you call it? Edge.
Yeah.
So that you get to pick a new edge after you pay it all off.
Oh yeah.
So you have to pay off the 200,000. So I'll put this will be the first half of it.
Okay.
Which means I'm still broke.
Hey, that's the way it goes. Everybody else, can I say, it's like, you got your payouts, you got your XP. You kind of solved another case, as it were. Fulfilled another contract. What can I say? Good job. Even if it went a little bit in a different direction than it was supposed to. I like complications.
It's somehow charming that there's a supposed to.
I didn't set it up that way, but as I started adding more and more complications to it and rolling them up, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. But I was sincerely hoping you guys were not gonna try to shoot it out with everybody, because I was kind of like, yeah, they're probably gonna die, because I got God Hand all statted out, and I'm kind of like, yeah, he's not meant to be like somebody that you can take out at this level.
For a second, I thought that was what's his name? The old Solo with the scar, the African guy with the scars, Boa.
Oh, Boa, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any questions or anything for me?
No, it's after midnight. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. So,
Yep.
All right,
I
then.
shall see ya.
Well, everybody is out there watching this broadcast in YouTube land. Hey, I hope you'll catch us on Tuesday when we have Tuesday with Geeks. Other than that, have a great week in Geek. Thanks for being with us.
All right. Thank you.